All right. Ooh, I say, I hope everybody's doing all right today. Get out of bed. Stop. You got food, bro. Let me do this. What Major? Lord. Hey, Major. Hey, son. Hi. Hey, son. Hey, son. All right. Hello. Hi. You know, I'm always trying to try something new. Ouch, bro. It's my cat. Hi. Hey. Ouch. Major. Bro, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna pick you up. Come on. Now you want me to pick you up? That's what I thought. All right. So I need to put that in the I'm going to put this in the I'm gonna put it in the title, episode 1. All right. So um good evening or afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you to my first little episode, and we're gonna see. And this is not a live where I'm trying to convince you to believe what I believe necessarily. But stop. I'm gonna pick you up. Where I want to have a real conversation. It's just a place to have that. And I was thinking about what can I do to create a space where we can just talk. You can call in because I know a lot of people be wanting to talk to me. And sometimes y'all don't want to wait a month and y'all don't want to pay an emergency consultation. And so what I thought that I would do is that I would give you the option. You can always call in. And I'm going to put the number in the chat. And I'll also tell you it's 469-583-9411. That is the business in the store phone. Okay. And I just thought that I would give you the opportunity if you want to talk about relationships, money, family, business, spirituality, healing, grief, purpose, like just major. I'm going to pick you up, bro. Look, this is what I'm doing. Look. They're going to say you don't like me. Give me a kiss, Major. Give me a kiss. No kissing. Okay. All right. Keep your quiet on my face. You want to be up here. Give me a kiss. I love you. Let me. All right. Now, if you fuck with me again, I'm going to kiss you. If you fuck with me again, I'm going to kiss you. So leave me alone. That's my cat. That's Major. That's my kitty cat. That's Major. All right. So I just want to have real people. We go through real things every single day. I have had him since 2021, 21, I think. Maybe 2020. Because he's like 5 or 6 years old. But I adopted him. I adopted him when he was like a baby. He was like a little kid. So I have 2. I have Cammy. Cammy is my black cat. Her butt is white. She has a white heart. But anyway, I have cats. Yes, I have two of them. You never knew that? Well, yeah. Yeah, I do. I just want to explain the purpose of this. I wanted to create something different. There are plenty of people who will tell you like what card you pulled, or there's plenty of people who will tell you somebody put a curse on you, and but sometimes you just need somebody to help you think, and sometimes you need somebody to ask questions that nobody asked, and sometimes you need practical advice, and sometimes you need spiritual encouragement, and sometimes you need both. And so talking Thursday, that's what it kind of is. Now, I do have rules to me because I believe in healthy boundaries. All right. So before I start taking calls, I want to lay out a few ground rules. All right. Number one, be respectful. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with another caller, but disrespect will not be tolerated. Okay. This is a safe space for conversation. Number two, please tell the truth. I can only respond to the information that you share with me. The more honest you are, the more helpful this conversation can be. Number three, give me the highlights. Like, give me the highlights in a way, but I'm because I'm going to ask you like to fill in like those particular, tell me what's happening. What have you already tried? Because I do believe in solutions, right? Um, what are you hoping happens? That helps us to kind of stay focused and allow more people to participate if need be. Number four, please do not interrupt while I'm responding. I do not like people that cut people off. I won't cut you off either. I think it's rude as fuck to, is it donation based? I mean, if you guys want to give a donation, that's fine. I'm not, I mean, if you want to, I'm not doing it for that necessarily. If you want to do that, I mean, many blessings. Thank you. I mean, the people will appreciate it. The people that I do help. But I wasn't necessarily, oh, for $2, oh, for $3. You get to ask a question. No, you need to call in. And if you feel moved by the things that you heard and you want to do that, you can go on my website or you can do it here. So, but I wasn't necessarily doing it for that. Just FYI. Back to number four. Do not interrupt me while I'm responding. I will not interrupt you while you are talking unless you're just going, oh, no. And I'm just stopping for clarification or asking for clarification of certain things. Number five, remember, there's always two sides to every story. And I'm only hearing your experience and I'm responding to that. I can't speak for someone who isn't here. All right. I also want to be very clear about something. Oh, thank you, Infinite Juju. Many blessings. Thank you. I also want to be clear about something. Everything discussed today is for educational, spiritual, and personal development purposes only. Nothing shared on this live stream should be considered medical advice, mental health treatment, or legal advice. Okay. Or some type of therapist, because I never said any of that. So if you're experiencing a medical emergency or a mental health crisis, legal issues, or any situation requiring a licensed professional care, please contact the appropriate qualified professionals, okay? Because I never said that I was any of that. And I'm saying this disclaimer because people be trying to play on your top of my shit, and you will not play on mine. My role here is to offer spiritual perspectives, life coaching insights, practical suggestions, and when appropriate, spiritual practices that some people may find meaningful. Some people won't. You are always responsible for making your own decisions. I believe in that. And you can be a Christian or non-Christian. You can ask me or talk about anything. That is what this is about. I don't have a particular topic in mind. I'm never going to have that. I think that it's better when it's just more organic and more authentic, and let's just see what the fuck happens. What you will receive if you decide to call in, and you can call in now, you can. First, I'm going to listen, not halfway listen. I'm going to actually listen. Secondly, I'm going to ask questions. So if you're one of those people who do not like people asking you questions, and it's probably not for you, I am not asking to be funny. I'm asking so that I can actually have an understanding. Okay. I'm not one of those people, and I have to say that I'm not one of those people who I'm trying to be funny, or I'm trying to, so this is who do Ayana know? This is just Nikia. This Magickal Lady Duchess. Listen, y'all gotta stop the comparison with people. I'm not being nobody but me. Nobody but me. So I don't know nothing about that. I don't even like that. I don't even like that. I don't, because I'm just being me. I'm just doing this because I fucking want to. Also, oh God, don't even get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. That shit not easy. That's all I'm gonna say. That shit ain't easy. Because sometimes the real issue isn't the first thing that we say. That's why I ask a lot of questions, because sometimes we got to break it down. And sometimes you might think you upset about this, but you're really upset about something else. So I ask questions for a perspective. That is part of my autism. That is part of my Asperger's. Like, I have to know. Like, so I'm gonna ask you questions. Okay. Fourth, what would I say make somebody a good listener? Engage with people. Eye contact. Listen to them to completion. Don't be so quick to just respond. You know what I'm saying? Because you just know, like, process what they're saying. Kind of paraphrase back to what they said, so you know what they're saying and that they feel like they was heard. You can call anytime now. Sure. And I might recommend some spiritual work. I probably will sometimes if I believe it supports it. Whatever I believe complements the practical steps and the magical steps. But I don't believe spirituality replaces responsibility. And I know a lot of people ask, well, how does my life coaching go? Are you just doing readings? It's not just that. Okay. So who's brave enough to call first? Remember, your story doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the right words. You're not doing it to impress anybody. I don't want you being an imposter trying to say things that you think. Say what you need to say that's honest. Okay. Just be honest, because I guarantee you somebody watching today probably needs to hear what you've been through. And believe me, that is a form of therapy. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Are you gonna be my first one?
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so give me your magical name, because I don't want you to give me your name, your real name. Give me your magical name.
Okay. Snake Charmer.
Snake Charmer. All right. Let me write that down. Snake Charmer. All right, shit. Snake Charmer. That is very interesting. I like that. All right. So where are you calling me from, Snake Charmer?
Georgia.
I hope you're a part of Georgia where they can get a man. All right. So what's been weighing on your heart?
Confidence and self-control.
Okay. Confidence and self-control.
Yes.
And how long have you been feeling like that? Or a lack of those things?
Lack of it for a few years now, but it's mostly doing up now.
All right.
That I decided I want to try to figure out how to deal with it.
And how old are you?
19.
Oh. That cerebral cortex is forming. Okay. So what have you already tried?
So for confidence, I've started working on my skincare. That's helped a little bit. For self-control, I tried, because I have trouble with controlling my eating habits. I've tried calorie deficits, like I'll try doing only 1,500 calories a day. I managed to get a weekend for that. I lasted a week.
You lasted a week with your...
Yeah, calorie deficient.
Okay. So with the skincare, is something wrong with your skin?
I break out.
You break out a lot?
Yeah. Yes.
What is your diet like?
I eat a lot of bread, that type of stuff, like bakery type items, rice, and I like sparkling waters.
All the things that are acidic and carbonated. Oh, shit. All right. So let's connect some dots, right? So you said your goal is clear skin, right?
Yes, sir.
But then you described a diet that's heavy in breads, pastries, processed carbohydrates, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not saying that these foods are the only reason you're breaking out, but skin can be affected by like hormones and stress and sleep and genetics. So it's skincare too. But your nutrition is definitely a piece of the puzzle that you got to control over. And if you really want to know where the food is contributing, do an experiment instead of guessing. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So like for the next 2 weeks, cut back on the bakery items. See how I didn't say do calorie deficient? But
yes,
cut
sir.
back on the bakery items. Like reduce those what they call refined carbs. Drink more water. Also increase your protein. Increase your vegetables and fruit. And then I want you to take a picture of your face every morning in the same lighting so you can actually track your changes.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this. How tall are you?
I think 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, and how much do you weigh?
I'm not sure. Maybe 130.
Okay. Okay, so also what I want you to remember too is that your skin is an organ. So sometimes it's telling you what's happening on the inside. So rather than chasing another skincare product, I want you to see what's happening when you nourish your body differently. Remember, it's not about being perfect. And does that have to do with your confidence too? Because your skin does that have anything to do with it? Because it's not your height, it's not your weight, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So think about your diet, and then also emotionally. Are you in a high stressful situation?
Kind of, but I be having to take deep breaths and stuff and try to get myself to calm down because it's really not that stressful. I just be dramatic.
Okay, so what does kind of mean?
It's all internal. It's not really any. I'm going through a new chapter. I'm like trying new things I've never tried before, and it's stressful to me. There's nothing really stressful going on, like externally. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. So let me ask you this: Are you working? Are you in school?
Both.
Okay. Okay. And do you have like a family history too of the same things, or is it just isolated with just you?
It's a little bit of a family history, yes.
All right. So the family history, what does that mean exactly? Because you said you being dramatic, and I don't like that. I don't know that I'd call you dramatic. What I'm hearing you is that you're overwhelmed. And those are two different things. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're working, you're in school, you're trying to build new habits. So you're stepping into a new chapter of your life. And let's be clear, that's a lot of transition at one time. So I want you to be very cognizant and aware of your words. Okay?
Yes,
Because that don't mean that you dramatic. That means you're going through a lot. And maybe you don't have the language to express that. So sometimes stuff is internal. Well, all the time it's internal. So can I ask you a question?
yes, ma'am.
So what about this chapter feels so uncomfortable?
It would require me to be in a public space. I'm not used to being like all outside and stuff. I'm usually, sitting at the back of the classroom, not really in a spotlight or just outside or anything like that. I would have to be actually seen a lot. I'm just not used to it.
Okay. So is that why you feel like the skin got to be like on point and stuff like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me say this. I don't know how you look, but let me say this. There's something wrong with you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because now we're getting somewhere, right?
Yes.
You didn't say that you were afraid to work. You didn't say that you were afraid of learning. You never said that you said, you're not used to being seen. Again, two different things, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So when you say you're not used to being seen, what do you imagine is going to happen if people actually notice you?
I've never actually thought about it. I've just be scared someone's going to notice me. I've never actually gotten part of thinking, so what is going to happen?
So write it down. When you say
Okay.
you're not used to being seen, because you're talking about fear and danger, right? Okay, I fear being seen. Okay, that doesn't make anything dangerous, right? So a fear is something that you actually project, right? So when you say you're not used to being seen, what do you imagine that's going to happen if people actually notice you? Like, what are you afraid they'll think?
They're kind of, I'm not sure. Maybe that they'll try to talk to me. I'm not really a talker. What if I say something weird and they think I'm, weird and walk away?
So what if they do? So the story you telling yourself about being visible is that you might say something that someone might think is weird and then they might walk away.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the reality of that is if someone speaks to you, you can say hello. If you don't want to take the conversation further, you can say, I'm really not in the mood to talk right now. Right? I appreciate you speaking or whatever the case may be. And then you're not entitled. People are not entitled to your attention if you don't want to give it to them. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because sitting in the back of a classroom isn't where you sit physically. It sounds like when you learn to live emotionally out, you learn that staying small felt safer than being noticed. But is staying invisible protecting you? Or is it keeping you from becoming the person you're trying to become? Because remember, you're just 19. So you got your whole life ahead of you. You're in a new chapter now. And every chapter is going to ask something different of you. This chapter is asking you to be visible, right?
Yes, sir.
The old version of you survived by blending in. The next version of you is going to have you to get more comfortable standing out. So I really want you to intentionally do one thing every day that allows you to be seen. It doesn't have to be huge, baby. Raise your hand in class, ask one question, sit one row closer to the front, introduce yourself to one new person, speak up like in a meeting or something. See, confidence isn't something you wait to feel. Confidence is built every time you do something that scares you and you discover you survived it. You get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Be amazing. You're 19. Be amazing. The world is yours. For somebody that's almost 50 years old, at 19, I was pushed out there in the world. Sounds like you probably was too. But you're here. You're here. And when you take some classes on, I don't know, like leadership or maybe like speaking and stuff like that, that'll help you as well. But you're not going to say nothing weirder than nobody else. And you got to trust it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Snake. Miss Snake Charmer. But your confidence, baby. Look yourself in the mirror. You can speak to, you know what I tell people to do in my life coaching? Like if they have a problem with people, like anytime I go out in the public, I'm an introvert person, right? I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm an introverted person. And so I have a hard time with people like publicly. Like people think because I'm outspoken, I'm outgoing, and I'm not outgoing. I'm just outspoken. So one thing I try to do is when I see a stranger, so that I can break that within myself, I find one thing about them that I can say, oh, that's great, or oh, this, or you look, you know what I'm saying? And I give them a compliment.
Yes, sir.
And that's something that you can try. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did I help you a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for being my first. You should be confident in the fact that you was my first. You called in, Snake Charmer. So thank you for that. And you can also do some glamour magic work. And you know you can do that on Fridays. You can do some glamour magic work. But I think that internally, not so much baked stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not so many sweets. Because that shit will make you break out. It'll make me break out. And I have pretty good skin. I take really good care of my skin. And if I eat some sweet shit or something I ain't supposed to, and I know I'm not, my skin will break out too. I get a bump. So all of that is normal. But what's not normal, don't overdo stuff. Gluttony is not cool. You know what I'm saying? And if you eating away your whatever, stop doing it. Remember, it ain't about being perfect. It's about gathering some information. If your skin improves, then you learn something valuable. If it doesn't, then we know it's time to look for other possible stuff to do. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I really, really appreciate that. And I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too, baby. Bye-bye. All right. So that was the first call. I hope y'all can hear everything. And let me say this, Tracy. I don't think a ritual. I don't think her stuff is internally. And I don't think that I'm not just going to recommend spells to people. Like, I don't work like that. I recommend that she do some glamour work, exactly, but specific rituals, it's a lot of times we generalize stuff too much, and I don't want to do that. I think the advice that I gave her was pretty decent or whatever. But yeah, that's what I think. And she seemed very, I think so too. Right. So I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that just, I'm so quick to throw a bunch of spells to people and stuff like that. I don't be thinking that that's, you know what I'm saying? I don't be thinking that that's sometimes you gotta get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get yourself together first. And I don't be thinking that, like, oh, do a spell for that. No, wait, hold up. let's do the mundane first. And then we can take it there. Because if everything ain't aligned, it ain't gonna work no way. So that's the number. That was the first one, 469-583-9411. Thank you, Miss Snake Charmer, for calling and being my first girl. I appreciate that. Oh, shit. I forgot my dog's getting grown tomorrow. Let me see on my schedule. Look, child. Spoken like a true elder. Well, thank you. We typically, I'm not the type to just light a candle. No. Hold on. What we got going on? Because I think, sometimes the magic is just somebody giving some attention. Sometimes the magic is just somebody planting a seed. That's what I be looking at. Somebody else want to call? That was cute. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. And besides, I don't want to focus on, I don't like focusing on negative stuff. I don't like focusing on negative stuff. And I don't like to harp on things. I like to bring people present. I'm not a therapist. Therapists stick to your past and you overcoming it. But I like to focus on what's going on today. Yes, the past is relevant, but I like to keep you present. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think that I'm shy. There's a TikTok for that Miss William that I'm shy I've learned how to hide. And I think sometimes deeper coaching might be needed because we be thinking they're just like that. And sometimes stuff is not like that. And I think it's just really important. Like I brought her back to the present. Of she's in a new chapter now. And every chapter is going to ask something different of you. You know what I'm saying? She's 19. I don't think 19-year-olds should be doing a bunch of spell work because her medulla oblongata is still developing. Her cerebral cortex is still developing. Her brain is still developing, So, the old version of her, he wanted to blend in. Well, she probably don't need the blend in no more. So the next version is going to have her to get comfortable with standing out. So, yeah. Latoya says, when I was younger and my self-esteem was low, I would look in the mirror once and make sure I was clean, etc. But I didn't stay in the mirror because it didn't feel good. What about it didn't feel good? Are you basing these beauty standards off of somebody else? Are you basing it off of what somebody else has said to you? Are you basing it off because you don't dress like everybody else or you don't have like everybody else? What did you base that off of? Because a lot of times we do that and we got to stop. Once I stopped worrying about it, I stopped worrying and it got better. Brother Ray said, I think if people go to your channel and watch the oldest videos, like the first 3, and then go to the last 2, you will see the development. We all grow and vibe is beautiful. Thank you. The season of life is a blessing. Listen, I did those videos yes, I am going to save it. I did those videos almost 10 years ago. So, of course, I hope in 10 years that I've changed and I'm not the same. I'm not talking the same. I don't look the same. I'm not giving the same energy, because I've changed. I've done, I've done so much more things since then. You know what I'm saying? And even I've gotten more confident in doing videos and stuff like that and teaching in public. I remember when I first started doing this, my goal on my YouTube channel was to get 100 people. Okay, dramatic close up, but it was 100 people. That's all I wanted to do was get 100 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I would do 100 subscribers. I thought that was my first year. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. on your video about red flag recently. I love it. Oh, thank you. That was my point. I defined what was important to me. Then I was 21 and 48 now. Okay. So I think I thought I was gonna get like 100 subscribers. And I was happy with that. And then I got 10,000. I was happy with that. And then I got 50. But as those numbers increased, people started expecting more from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I realized that you cannot treat stuff like a hobby, and it's supposed to be a business. And so when I decided that it wasn't a hobby and I was making a business out of it, I had to change to reflect it. My cursing got better too, done toned down a bit. Yes, I have. I know you really try. I really do try not to curse. But I mean, I feel very blessed, but people be thinking, thank you, Tracy, again, many blessings to you for that. But people really be thinking on the cool that it's easy to do stuff like that. Maybe it is for y'all. I don't know, but I am an introvert, and a lot of people don't know that. They just think I'm like outgoing and I'm this, and I'm not. I'm not at all. I am a deep introverted person. Like it's easy to do it. Just I'm right here with the camera, and as opposed to doing it in a room full of 100 people or something. You know what I'm saying? So you got to build it. Like this the thing though. You the professional about you. Because don't nobody know you better than you. So whatever you say, it's not weird to you, then it shouldn't be weird to nobody else. Like fuck them. Fuck them in their ass. Shit. When you watch your old videos back, you used to say that. When you watch your old I no, I'm not shy. No, because I will get naked if you in my house. You probably didn't see my ass, and I don't care you in my shit. So I'm not shy. I'm just I'm just an introverted person. But people be thinking it. And was that Kevinisha? Listen, on the cool, I'm so introverted that where if people come into a room with me or in a space with me, I'm like really fucking quiet. Bad Magic done by Dusty's and Barbara the Builder is one of my favorites. I don't go back and look at my videos. I do not go back. So I don't know what the fuck I done said. Unless y'all tell me. I don't know what the fuck I done said. Like I like to write stuff down if you notice. Like I wrote down certain things what she was saying. I do that with my readings and stuff too. So I don't look at my videos. So I never know what I done said. Because if it was live now, if it's a recorded video, then it's probably more scripted, because I took time to write down, make bullet points. I wrote down complete thoughts because I have to do that. But if it's a live, 9 times out of 10, bitch, I wrote 10 lists that I'm gonna talk about, and I'll just look at the sentence, or I done typed up this what I'm gonna say, and then I'm just gonna go off of it. And that's kind of like how I do. That's why I didn't really have like a show in mind, like as far as like, oh, we're gonna talk about this. No, I just freestyle the shit. Who next? Don't be scared, because I had 5 people to inbox me. It's your time to shine. I have to do that to function properly. I do too. Like I've had people tell me, "Oh, you taking notes and you reading off a script." Bitch, it's a script I wrote. It's notes I wrote. Well, real witches don't write nothing down. Nobody can remember all of this shit. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. Nobody can remember all of this shit. Like, stop doing it. Stop telling people and pretending. Stop. You better fucking write it down, because what if that shit work? Bitch, you want to do that again? You better write that shit the fuck down. Thank you, Erica Johnson. Many blessings to you. Thank you. Real thank you for saying it. I appreciate that. Real rich is right. They do. I do. Shit. Baby, I need my notes, or we're gonna be up. Listen. But I've had somebody say that when you be reading off a book, you be It's something that I wrote. It's something that I typed up. Hell yeah. Because bitch, I'm sporadic in my mind. Like, bitch, I have ADHD. Ain't no telling what the fuck gonna be on my mind. And so I could be talking about this, and then bitch, I'm talking about 2, 3 different stories in the same in the same fucking thing. I'm and you're like, well, wait a minute, Duchess, you anyway, so like that's how my mind works. So I have to write it down. And I don't feel bad about that. Thank you, D. Kaysen, DC. Thank you. Did you say squirrel? Many blessings to you. May it return 100-fold. To my squirrel. Listen, squirrel for real. Oh, it's a bird. Oh, look at it over there. Oh, like I'm literally like this. So I have to write it down. My husband says that if I'm not talking about witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, or something related to the occult, my husband said I was an earthead. And I was like, it's just that, you know, when I'm not Magickal Lady Duchess, bitch, I turn my brain off. I turn it off. You were just talking about feminine care the other day. We was doing gynecology. Listen, I talk about any motherfucking thing. I turn it off. I do. He be like my husband literally when we walking, he'll hold my hand because he said I'll walk into the street or I'll walk into a pole. And I'm like, I will not. He was like, come back over here. Get over here. And I'm like, you don't have to talk to me like that. And he was like, baby, please. Please, you've been in fail. Y'all, I went out there to get my I went out to the mailbox one time. This is my old house. And bitch, I have these deep steps that go up to my front door. Baby, I don't know how I wind up stepping on. I do. You not look, I do walk off. I be like, I'm one of them people too. If I'm drinking, I'm talking about, ooh, something shiny. Listen, if I'm drinking, I'm that friend that wander off. Okay. I've been gone for 45 minutes. Yeah, I done left out the club, but I was in the bathroom because I met a new friend. I met Becca, and Becca's boyfriend was cheating on her, and she got drunk. And I'm in there telling Becca she gonna be all right. I'm drunk as fuck. This legit happened. I was in New Orleans, and I don't know. We left out for Canal Street. I hop off Canal Street, right? And so you know how you turn to go into Canal turns into Bourbon Street. I don't know. We walk out of Canal. We walk out the IHOP, and y'all, I was watching some bitch that had long ass hair. She had like a 40-inch bust down and a fat ass. I don't know how I wound up following this lady. And so they following me. And I'm following her. And she goes into a hookah lounge. This was many, many years ago. And I don't know how I wound up in there. So I was like, she walks up to the VIP. Why just walk in the VIP with her? I'm not with this bitch. I don't even know her. So we're like sitting, they didn't order the hookah. We're in the VIP. I don't even know how we got up in here, but we did. I don't know. I'm just telling you the story. So I have had a couple of shots and a margarita. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't even tell nobody I was gone. I just got up and wandered off. And they left out the hookah lounge looking for me. I'm in the bathroom with somebody that lived in Houston that was going back tomorrow. And she found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her. When they do find me about an hour later, they came back in there because they was like, you just vanished. They came in the bathroom to use the restroom and see me standing in there hugging her, telling her it's going to be all right. And my friends is like, bitch, stop fucking walking away. And I was like, I don't even remember getting up. I was just like, something was like, go. And I was like, bye, I'll be back. And I just wandered the fuck off. So I'm that person. Like, you have to, Rhea's not holding my hand because he loved me so much. Rhea's holding my hand because I just wander the fuck off. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to the club fairy called me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be back. Y'all good? Because I'm going to ask. Anybody want another round? Because I'm a giving bitch like that. Anybody want another round? And they be like, oh, no, we straight. And I was like, okay. And then they done blinked and bitch, I'm gone. Like a fart in the wind, bitch. I'm gone. And then I always find somebody to talk to. I always find a friend. Oh, that's how you know I'm drunk. Because when I'm sober, I'm not going to talk to nobody. But if I get a cocktail in me, group hug. It's group hug time. We need a group hug. We need about 4 or 5 people. We need a hug. Everybody want to do a group hug. Similar, we had went to New Orleans one time, and Sin is like walking there. We walking down Bourbon Street, and I was like, group hug, and he was like, group hug, and he was like, bitch, and I was like, oh, you don't want a group hug? I was like, group hug. Keep in mind, I do not. If I'm sober, please don't touch me. Don't do this. Don't touch me. But if I'm a little inebriated, all of a sudden, I want to give all the world love. I think everybody needs a hug. And it doesn't matter if you're a stranger. That means you need a hug even more because you're a stranger. To the point where Damon used to literally, y'all, we would go to a club or something. And now I got the hug-a-bug. Come here. And Damon would be over there pulling me away. Come here. Get back over here and sit down. And I was like, you are a spoiled sport. You are not. Somebody mean. And he was like, you drunk. Get up here. And then I remember walking in the street because I'm just walking. And I was like, oh, my vertigo. And he was like, great. He was like, girl, that's not vertigo. That's chronic cold. Chronic cold used to be my thing. So y'all didn't know that about me. I'm a very loving drunk. I'm not a fighter. Damon was a party pooper. He'd be like, get up here. Don't act like that. Don't embarrass me. Did somebody just try to call and hung up? Don't do that. It's okay. You can call. You want me to call you back? I was like, it's vertigo. He was like, no, it's chronic. It's chronic cold. That bastard could be funny sometimes. He could be funny sometimes.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you call and hang up?
Because I was trying to pull over. I was driving. I told my son to put the number in for me so I can call. And then he just pushed call. And I was like, oh my gosh, hold on, let me pull over. I don't want to be driving and talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'm ready.
Are you?
Yes.
All right. Second caller. Woo woo. So what is your magical name?
Serenity.
Okay, bitch. Baby, she came with it. She was like, oh, I know I'm be today. Okay, Serenity. And so where are you calling from, Miss Serenity? Delaware. Okay, Serenity from Delaware. How old are you?
42.
Okay, ma'am. Delaware.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to overtalk you. Okay, so it's not me more so I'm ready for the help because I want to do a one-on-one with you, but I wanted to get something off my chest a little bit. Not a long-winded, just a little bit of something off my chest.
All right.
Okay. I'm a little sorry.
Don't be. Take a deep breath and relax. You don't have to impress me. Say whatever it is.
Oh, it's not me and Preston. It's just everything has hit me hard. I'm sorry.
Okay, so take a deep breath. Just breathe.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. And just breathe. Everything is fine. This is a part of you resetting something.
So to go everything at once. It's like been 2 years since I've been divorced, and instead of those few years that I was separated and healing, I kind of just like took time off and thinking, oh, okay, I'm healed now, and started dating and got into like a really crappy relationship. I don't want to go deep into it. Mentally abusive, etc. I let all my finances go bad, got in a bad car accident, couldn't work my old job, ended up having to live with my mom, with my son. And that was traumatic for me because that's a traumatic space. My mom's with her husband who did horrible things to me when I was younger, as well as in my early adult. And my mom just makes it seem like everything is okay. And right now I'm physically in that environment. I am going to counseling now for it, but the counselor's like, I have to get out of the environment for me to heal.
You do.
But I'm struggling right now because I'm trying to get a new job, trying to go to school, and trying to get me and my son out of that environment. He does make sly comments to me as joking. I can't say too much because it's inappropriate for your channel. Let's just say he made a comment about my privates. And this was like maybe 3 weeks ago. So I'm in the process of working on all that, and I just wanted to get some of that off of my chest. The counselor told me my nervous system is just kind of shot right now because of the environment I'm in. And the Women's Center can't help me because they said I'm not considerably in a dangerous situation right now. So I just wanted to say it to somebody because I really don't have anybody to talk to other than the counselor, and I just wanted to get it out of my chest.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for trusting me with that. And I want you to hear, yes, thank you for trusting me. And I'm really glad that you're doing this because that alone is taking some of your power back. And your tears, they make sense. And I'm not surprised that you're overwhelmed. And I thank you for sharing that with me. So let's look at what you're carrying, okay?
Okay.
So you went through a divorce. You entered another unhealthy relationship. You were in a car accident. You lost income. You had to move back into your home that reminds you of some of the deepest pain that you've experienced. You're trying to raise your son. You're looking for a job. You're going to school. And you're in counseling. That's not one problem. That's several major life events happening within a relatively short period of time. So I want you to stop asking yourself, why can't I get it together? And I want you to start asking, given everything that I'm surviving and everything that I survived, what is the initial next step? Well, your counselor is right about one thing. Healing is much harder when you're living in the environment that continues to trigger the trauma. And that doesn't mean healing is impossible, right? It just means your first goal isn't perfection. Your first goal is getting yourself and your son into a safer, more stable environment. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I wish you lived in Texas, but you are in Delaware. I have your number. If you don't mind, I can make some calls. And tomorrow, I know tomorrow is Friday. And if you give me permission, let me call a couple of people that I know that have homes like I have here in Texas. And let me see if they have any available. and then I can contact you back, if with your permission, of course, and I can see how I can help get that aligned where you're getting out of a situation like that. Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Thank you.
Okay. So right now, your brain is trying to solve 10 problems at once. And that's why your nervous system feels exhausted. So let's kind of narrow your focus, right? So
Right.
literally, I want, when you get time, and I'm going to keep this video up, of course. So I want you to go back and I want you to look at it, okay? And look at 55.14 minutes into it, okay? Because this is what I want you to literally write down. Your first
Okay.
priority is to secure employment or stable income. Because even the people that I can call about a house, they're going to ask if you have any type of income, okay? Because
Yes.
some of them are not free houses. Some of them are Medicaid beds and stuff like that. So when I get off of this, if you don't mind, because it's 7:14 here. I'm not sure what time it is there, but I'm going to call you back and I'm going to get some more information from you, if that's okay. And then I'm
Yes,
going to
that's
help
fine.
you with that. All right. So
Yes.
finding the housing and creating a realistic exit plan. That's our next priority. That's priority 2. All right. And then priority 3 is I want you to continue the counseling consistently. And priority 4 is protect your son by building a calmer environment. Then, as far as the husband is concerned, like when you're in the house, do you ever record him or anything like that?
No, ma'am, because he's like a truck driver, so he's not always there. So it's always a surprise when he comes home.
Okay.
And it's just always weird. It's just, I mean, even my son, like my son's not super young. He just turned 17 this year, but
okay.
He even sees it. It's just not a healthy environment at all.
Okay. And so how is it when he's not there?
When my son's not
No, when the man isn't there.
Oh, my mom's kind of wishy-washy. So like sometimes she seems like she cares, but a lot of times it feels like she nitpicks to try to start a fight with me. Like she's trying to start something, or if I'm trying to do something to better myself, it keeps feeling like, well, not feeling, excuse me, let me get it correct. It's like blatantly, you can see she's like doing things to stop me from trying to move forward or move out because she needs my help. My mom, she goes to dialysis and she needs me to help her. And every time I talk about like, hey, I got to do these movements so I can go ahead and try to better myself, she will try to do something to sabotage it.
So why do you keep sharing it with her?
I actually stopped. The counselor does that.
Yeah, stop. This is the thing. If your mother is showing you that you can't trust her with your future or the things that you want to do to make you happy, she's not happy. So why do you think that she's going to make you happy? Or she's going to help you build to make you happy? So stop. You gotta learn the silence right now. It's going to help you move to your more permanent space, because all of this is just temporary. You're not going to be there forever. You were working, you were functioning and everything else. You're 42 and you were married, right?
Yes, sir.
Life hit you. And it hit you a lot. You don't have to rebuild your whole life this week. You just have to build the next brick. And I also want to say something that may be a little bit hard to hear. When you say that your mama act like everything's okay after what happened to you, I know that hurt goes on a deeper level beyond original trauma. It's painful when someone that's supposed to protect you doesn't acknowledge your reality. But that doesn't mean your experience wasn't real. It just means she's not able to meet you in your truth. Okay? You are not broken. You're just carrying a lot by yourself. And here's what I need you to remember. The fact that you're in counseling, you are applying for jobs, you are going to school, you're thinking about a better future for your son, tells me something very important. That means you haven't given up. You're exhausted. but you're still moving. And sometimes healing doesn't look like running, and you're not doing that. Sometimes healing looks like taking one step after another until one day you realize you're not living where your pain began. Do not allow this opportunity or this thing to pass you by and you get stuck. It is not your responsibility, and I'm going to say this, it is not your responsibility to take care of your mama. She got a nigga for that.
Yes, sir.
And she need help. Well, goddamn it, get them home healthcare people, home healthcare aides and nurses and all of that shit. Because if she's on dialysis, I know she on some type of disability or something like that.
Yeah, she receives SSI, and she has like really good insurance. So yeah.
Yeah. So you don't. Silence isn't about being secretive. Okay, it's about protecting what you're building until it's strong enough for you to stand on your own. Everything, and I want to stress this, everything is temporary right now. It don't feel temporary because you living in it, but it is. You were functioning before, you had a life before, but life hit you hard and it hit you more than once. That does not erase Serenity, the woman that you are. That just means you're rebuilding.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop looking at your life like you starting over. You're not. You're starting again. And those are two different things. You have wisdom now that you didn't have before. And I want you to acknowledge something different. When you tell your mama, when you tell me your mama act like nothing happened to you after what you experienced, I know that's a layer of hurt. But her inability, that don't have nothing to do with you. That's on her. Because it probably happened to her too. And what her mama probably told her was, get over it. Because that's what happened back then. You don't talk about it. Your mama probably male-centered, probably because that's been implanted in her, but that does not validate her. It doesn't validate what she's doing, but you're not weak either. You are doing everything that you need to do. And as far as he is concerned, because you are 42, you are living in his house, men like that are disgusting. Like I said, I could do something. At any rate, I'm going to do you a real big solid one. And when I get off this call with you, I am going to, like I said, I need to get some information from you because I'm going to make a couple of calls and see what I can do. I'm not going to promise you anything because I don't know about Delaware, but I do have a list of homes in Delaware that do help people. Some of them are grant funded, and then some of them are like mine. My homes used to be grant funded back in the day, but it's 100% Magickal Lady Duchess.
Yes, sir.
But you're welcome. And I will say this to you too. You are not your mother's collateral damage. She is loving you the best way she knows how. And when you get out of that house, don't you ever go back. Not to visit, not nothing. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do not go back. You are not her collateral damage. And she doesn't get to do that to you. It's manipulative as fuck. It is not your fault that she's sick. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And that does not make you a bad daughter. It makes you a responsible one. Because if she wanted that in her life, she should have treated you better. Do you hear me?
Yes.
One brick at a time.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. Get a job. Stay in counseling. Finish your school. One day, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize it was just temporary and you survived it too. It won't make you bitter. It'll just keep making you beautiful.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. This is not the end for you. It's not. It might feel like it, but it's not. Resilience sometimes it hurts. It's painful. But you got this. I know that you do. And start recording him. I don't care. Take out your phone as soon as this motherfucker walk in. I'll buy you one of them little your mama probably got one. I almost called her a bitch. Child. Shit. She probably got one of them free phones. But start recording them. Doing videos and start sending them to your mama.
Well, they can see. Like, another thing that's going on in the house is they literally have cameras in the house. That's what makes it more uncomfortable. Excuse me. They have a camera in the living room. Like, they're constantly watching us. That's why we don't even like to go sit in the living room.
Girl, what type of mama? What type of mama you got?
Well, because the step, she says, oh, well, because I don't want to say his name, blah, say blah. You know, it's just for my safety, and it's sitting right in the living room.
And he be talking nasty to you in front of the camera.
Yeah, the camera picks up everything, and it's right there. Like, I'll be in the dining room because the living room and dining room are like connected the way her house is laid out.
Has he ever got physical with you?
No, and I just think that this is like him testing the waters. I think it's just going to get worse.
You should. Oh Lord, I'm not gonna say what you should do. I'm just gonna say what I would do. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right. What I would do if that was me. See how I said that? That's the disclaimer.
Gotcha.
I would act the fucking fool. Because the first thing I would say to him, the first moment he started talking like that, when he attacked you the first time, how old were you?
I want to say I was 7, and I was sleeping in the backseat of the car. I don't want to get deep into it, but it was him and his brother in the front seat, and I woke up with their hands in my pants.
All right. So, and you're 42 now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I would tell him, you really got me fucked up. I'm not 7 no more. And then I would ask him, is there a statute of limitations in the state of Delaware?
I'm not sure. I don't want to lie to you. I'm not sure.
You should look that up.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
Because I want you to be empowered. A lot of times, motherfuckers try you because they be thinking that you weak. And I'm pretty sure he triggers your nervous system. When you see him, you get nervous, and it brings you back to being 7 years old. You know you can make them uncomfortable too. Again, I'm gonna call you when I get off of here because I don't want to put this on a recording with people.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that I want you to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right, because I think you're gonna be fine. This gonna be fine. Give yourself 4 months. 4 months you won't even be doing this. I'm speaking that into existence for you right now. 4 months. Give yourself 4 months.
That yesterday.
You were just saying it yesterday? 4 months?
I was saying it to my son. I said 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, that's what I see. I see 4 months. I'm speaking it. I'm speaking like, hey, I'm speaking life into that. 4 months.
4 months.
It's just temporary. So I want you to go get in your house.
I'm sorry?
I was talking to my dog Irish. Because she on her hind legs like, girl, I'm not picking you up right now. But you're fine. Like, this is the thing. And I would talk to you off of this. I'm gonna talk to you off of this, but girl. Yeah. Because y'all have to learn how to make people uncomfortable. Y'all gotta learn how to make people uncomfortable. See, y'all give your power away. You're not 7 anymore. You're 42, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old is he? 60 something?
Yeah. No, 60. Because my mom is 61.
Okay.
She's a year older than me.
Okay. Wonderful. You got a picture of him?
I can get one.
Wonderful. You know when his date of birth?
Yes.
Wonderful. You know the brother, the other one that had his hands in your pants? You know his stuff?
Oh, don't worry. He's already falling apart.
Well, you know.
Oh, no. He got the killer on his back. He got AIDS.
How perfect is that?
Yeah.
How perfect is that? Hopefully he'll take his brother with him. And your mama, I pray that she finds a good nursing home, because she would have me fucked up if she thought I would do anything for her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, next question. Could you perhaps get a shirt or a sock of this niggas or something of that degree that you could possibly mail to me, just so I could really, per se, put the nail in the coffin? No, we ain't doing no salvage, y'all. You don't need nothing. No, we can do something else.
No.
We ain't no salvage, y'all. Not no salvage. That ain't no. That ain't even nothing. That's that TikTok. This a real witch right here. So I would prefer a toothbrush. Take his toothbrush.
I can get hair.
And that too. But take his toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make this, excuse me. I forgot I was on a live. I will call you, my darling, after this is over with. Thank you so much for that. But take his toothbrush. Don't explain why. Don't say nothing. Let this motherfucker be looking for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I most definitely do that.
Or do you feel a little bit better that you didn't tell somebody?
Yes, ma'am. I actually am.
I want you to feel lighter. Yeah, because you're there, but it's just temporary. It's not permanent. Yeah. It's just temporary. Okay? And I would tell you to do something to razzle dazzle your mama, but you probably love her too much. But at any rate, I will talk to you when I finish this. If you don't mind, I'm gonna text you, and then you can tell me if we can talk. Just a few minutes. I won't take up a couple of moments of your time. But I love to correct men who do inappropriate things to children. I think they should meet their maker. I think that Irish, I'm gonna make you go get in your house. I'm gonna use some Irish sheep. Anyway, I'm gonna hit you up a little bit later. Thank you so much for sharing with us. You are extremely powerful. I'm so glad that you feel better, and I'm really, really proud of you. This is just a temporary moment, baby. And let me tell you, I'm gonna speak this into your life too, because I see it. You'll never, ever, ever go through this again.
Thank you.
You will never. And never is a mighty long time, but you'll never go through this again. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So many blessings to you. Go home. And learn how to make them uncomfortable. Ain't too much a motherfucker that's on dialysis can do. And I'm gonna tell you something. That being on the road and stuff, Irish, being on the road and stuff, anything could happen. People have heart problems and stuff. People wake up dead in trucks and shit all the time. You got to be careful. You just never know what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as your mama and stuff is concerned, stop looking for some type of validation with her. You're not going to get it. But you're not her collateral damage either. And as far as that thing, I'm going to fix him. So you ain't going to have to worry about it because this thing don't work like that now anyway. Shit. All he doing is just talking and he think that he can do that because you there. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Because he do something to you, haul off and knock the shit out of him. You ain't 7 no more. You 42. And since they like the camera so much, I be saying so much shit in the camera. So if something mysteriously happened, go look at the cameras. They do get robbed out there in everything. It's so much happening out there for these truck drivers. And sometimes karma comes much quicker when certain people are activated. You know? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things happen. So anyway, I'm going to finish this.
Okay.
You will be fine, and I will text you, all right?
All right,
Thank you so much, Miss Serenity. We appreciate it. Good night,
appreciate
darling.
you and the community, and many blessings to you and everyone else.
Thank you, baby. I shall.
All right.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful, Miss Serenity? Look, yeah. But things do happen. Things do happen all the time, especially on my altar. I just karma. And I just believe that. Sometimes you got to make an example out of people, I'm afraid. Oh, another call. And they hung up too. Wait a minute. Maybe it's me, y'all. They did. Y'all don't be shy. Don't be scared.
Hello.
Hi, did you call and hang up on me?
Because I was watching live and you didn't say call in, and I kind of caught it in the middle.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
2016.
Really? Well, thank you. Thank you.
And I have evolved with you. I actually met you at your store, and I am so proud of the woman that you have become.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you saying it. It was a journey. It was definitely a journey that everybody got to see.
Yeah.
So what is your magical name?
Empress.
Empress. Okay, Empress. And where are you calling from?
So I'm physically in Dallas, but I'm headed back to Southern California, which is where I live. But I've been here visiting for a few months, and I'm going back home.
Okay. Do you like it there?
Well, in Southern California?
Mm-hmm.
I do. Okay. It's more liberal, like Santa Muerte. I'm also a devotee of her, and she has a temple there. And so I actually go and, when I have my altar, have it, they stuff her statues. I have a whole store. I went to the service, which was in Spanish, and I had to, this lady next to me, I got on her nerves so bad, so she could interpret what they were saying. So yeah, it's just like a freedom that I can't even articulate.
Okay. So what's been weighing on your heart?
So what's been weighing on my heart, Duchess, is that I had set up my altar for the first time, and I had put in my petition. And this is like back in 2021. So they say when you first set your petition, not your petition, your altar, you're supposed to build a relationship first and don't ask for anything.
Okay.
Well, I had just got my place because I was living with someone. I had mismanaged, I'm being transparent, I had mismanaged monies, I had been homeless, and I go through a perpetual cycle every 3 years. Like I'll do real good and then I'll fall off, and it literally take me 3 years to get back. and people turn their back on me. Everybody talk about me, and it's just a very embarrassing thing. I end up in a lot of debt, and it's been going on since like I was 18. I'm now 45. It's really ridiculous. Okay. So I made my altar, and I didn't listen to the guidance. I made my petition, and I said hello to the ancestors, spirit guides, and which was for the ancestors, and I asked them for $10,000. Within that week, I want to say maybe 5 days, I got $20,000.
Come on. Okay. I was just saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And so, maybe in like 3 more months after that, in my business, I made $130,000 in 30 minutes. So business was booming.
Girl, what kind of business you got? You ain't selling that shit. Oh, okay, you said trucking.
So you know how it was, and from being being a white that was in the industry, you know how it goes, especially during the pandemic. So, and I had my own company, so and I was signing like contracts with FedEx. It was booming, and so my first time being an entrepreneur, and it was just a lot of responsibility. And so I ended up over leveraging, and I shut my business down, which I'm just now reactivating. Okay. And I'm telling you this because I going back into the cycle. Everybody cut me off. My phone stopped ringing, and I'm feeling guilty because now I'm in a whole bunch of debt. I'm at the worst that you could be, and people don't want to deal with me like I have leprosy. So when I came to Dallas, I was in a rental car. The rental car people said you need to pay or get out the car. And I didn't get out the car. And they reported it stolen within a few hours, and I went to jail my first time. And
what they charged you with?
Unauthorized vehicle use. So they put me on deferred probation. So I'm trying to go back to Cali because I haven't been able to get a job here, so I can go work in my business because I'm reactivating everything. And so California had put it on hold because I have to renew, give me a lease there. And I tried to send them an email, but they was like, we gotta, wait. Why am I telling you this? Because now everyone is like, we're not going to feel sorry for you. It is what it is. Just get a job, forget about your business. And I feel like I want to cry all the time. I feel like I'm around toxic people, not a victim. I just kind of feel like I've tried to prove myself to people, try to get people to see my worth, and I just want to say, F it. I just I don't want to care no more. I just want to just grind and do me, but I feel pain. When people say hurtful things to me, I felt that. I felt it. And while I'm triggered, I just talked to someone, and I was telling them about something that happened to me yesterday, and they said, well, the guy didn't put his hands on you, so he didn't abuse you. Words don't matter. And I'm like,
he said words don't matter?
Yeah, he said, I was talking to another guy about where I'm at. The guy is being very toxic. And the guy told me that my family hated me and that they don't want to see me win. And so I told my sister, who's 10 years older, she said, have him call me. And when he called her, he walked out the door to go to work, and she told him, you tried it, you did enough. I'm like, she don't even know you. To me, I felt that she said, when she told him, you tried, you did enough, I felt that she said, she released him, and it's giving him, to know, well, nobody's coming for her. I'm going to walk out on her as well. And so when I was telling somebody what happened, they was like, well, the guy said, well, he didn't put his hands on you. Words don't matter. He didn't touch you, so he didn't abuse you. And I'm telling you this story, and I'm going to get to my point because I'm not trying to turn it into a therapy session, even though I know that you offer your service and I appreciate you. But my point that I'm trying to get to is that I feel like because I fell off and because I went broke, even though I will get back, but I went broke, I feel like now people think I'm nothing. And I almost believe
it. Okay. Let me first say thank you for sharing it with me, because I know that's a lot. And I know that wasn't easy to say out loud. But let me ask you something. When you say you're at the worst you've ever been, what makes you feel like it's the worst? Is it the debt? Is it the probation? Or is it the shame of feeling like people see you differently?
All of it, but mostly is the shame of people seeing me different because it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to make it to the level that I made it on and then lose it all and go back to where I was. And people were telling me, like, you know, that they hated me, that I deserved to die, that I was nothing because all I was a transaction for them.
Okay, so stop for a minute. What I'm hearing something underneath all of this. I'm hearing that you've made mistakes, right? But I'm also hearing that you've turned those mistakes into your identity.
Yeah.
So you are saying that people don't want to deal with me, almost like you've become untouchable. But making poor decisions is not the same as being a bad person. Making poor decisions, Empress, is not the same as being a bad person. Okay? And let's also be honest about what happened with the rental car. You made a decision that had consequences, and those consequences are real.
Yep.
You're taking responsibility for that, and that's important for you to remember. But your life doesn't end because of one criminal charge or a season of bad decisions. Now let's talk about what you can control today. You're on deferred probation. You are trying to find work. And you are thinking about rebuilding your business. Those are all forward-moving decisions. So the question isn't, can I erase my past? It's kind of like, what choices do I make from this point forward? Earlier, you mentioned that every few years, your life seems to fall apart. I don't want to just fix crisis. I just want to understand that pattern, right? So what happens right before everything starts unraveling?
I start to people please. I get distracted on what I was doing. Like the moment I'm focusing, I'm zoned in and I'm grinding. I'm getting good results. I'm doing good. My, spiritual work is working. And then every time it happens, I get attention from a guy. I had gained weight. I was heavy. I was always in isolation and hermit mode just to myself. So when I meet a guy, the guy is normally an affluent man, a guy that's normally out of my league. I know he's out of my league.
Girl, wait, stop. Ain't no nigga out of nobody league. Please stop.
Okay.
Well, number one, take them number one. Because let's identify the pattern here, honey. If you spend your life recovering instead of breaking it, that is a problem. Don't put now man on a pedestal. Do not put now man on a pedestal. Do not put not now man on a pedestal.
Okay.
Because it sounds like you fall in love and fuck up.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Like, I'll get love bomb, and then the guys will laugh, and it's like now I'm distracted, and then I lose everything.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Where's your dad? Or what's the relationship with your dad?
I haven't spoken with him in like 26 years.
All right. So is that who you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see how we just acknowledged that?
Uh-huh.
You're never gonna find it.
Okay.
So I need you to decenter men because you're never gonna find your dad in any of them. You're looking for somebody to protect you. You're looking for somebody to see the girl. You're never going to find it. You want to know why? Because you have to look at yourself like that first. You got to honor yourself first. You have to love yourself first. What the fuck are you people pleasing for?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I do.
I don't see a person that's beyond redemption. I don't see that. I see someone who's finally telling the truth about her life. I'm glad you reached out to me. Because that's where change begins.
Yep.
Your probation has an end date. The debt can be paid, right?
Yep.
Well, businesses can be rebuilt. Right.
I got my first load of it.
Right. So trust can be earned back over time. You see the word I said earned, not given, right?
Uh-huh.
But the most important thing you have to rebuild is your relationship with yourself. Every healthy decision you make from this day forward, do you understand?
Yes.
Another vote for the woman that you're becoming, not the woman that you used to be, not the money that you used to make, not the business that you used to have.
Yep.
See, you said something, and I want to call attention to it. You said, I've spent so much of my time trying to prove myself to people. Let me ask you this. Who are you still trying to convince?
Myself, because I felt like I was going through what they call imposter syndrome, because I had been so high where, like, and I know you're going to fuss at me, but I was looking at, like, kind of like an inferiority complex. Like, I was looking, like, when executives would fly in and meet up with me, I was always, like, being shocked that I had made it to that level. And so I wanted.
Why are you in shock when you're everything? Why are you surprised? Why?
Because I didn't.
Let me tell you something, baby. If you're constantly trying to prove your worth, it usually means somewhere along the line, you started believing your worth had to be earned. Who told you that?
The world, people around me.
All right. Who are those people?
Relatives, so-called friends who was in secret competitions when I was just being myself. Just people be like, oh my God, girl, you got big breasts, but you have no butt.
All right. So, okay. So you're talking about people that get stuff from you. You're talking about people that cannot support themselves. You're talking about people, they can't do anything until you do it first. You're talking about people who ain't got shit, probably, but your shit. You're talking about people who have had the same 24/7 that you have and have decided to fuck up their own life. You're talking about people that if they could sustain themselves the way that you could, they wouldn't have time to talk about you because they would be focusing on their own shit. You are talking about people that are dependent on you. You are talking about people that's waiting for you to move so that they can have. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have always been in control. You're talking about you build, break, build. Okay, but you still build it. That's who the fuck you are. Now your problem come in because you keep giving it away. You keep giving it away.
Yeah.
You also said something else. You said, I just want to say, forget it. And I just want to grind and do me. Part of me loves that, right? But another part of me wants to make sure that you're not confusing healing with shutting people out. There is a difference between protecting your peace and hardening your heart. And when you say people say hurtful things and I feel that, I don't want you to apologize for that. You're human. Of course, words hurt. But the goal isn't to become a person who never feels pain. The goal is to become a person who doesn't let other people's opinions decide your value. Remember, the people that value are valuing you based off of their fucking eyes. And most of those people cannot see above or farther than themselves. And you are letting these same people make you feel bad because you doing something different. Everybody don't have the hustler's heart, baby. Everybody don't have that. You've been given to strangers and your critics and people who don't understand your journey far too much authority over how you see yourself. Why do they get a vote on your worth? Why do they get a vote? What the fuck have they done to earn that? They didn't build your life. They don't carry your responsibilities. They don't know what you survived. But here's what I want you to do. Stop trying to convince people that you're valuable. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Let your consistency do the talking. Get the job. Honor your probation. Rebuild your business when you're ready. Save your money. Keep going to counseling. Every promise you keep to yourself is another brick you rebuilding in your confidence.
Well, I've been using your rich bitch oil, and I got my first government contract, and I didn't even bid on it.
Come on, rich bitch oil. Well, that's what it's there for, honey. That's what it's made. And this is my thing too. This is my thing too. And I want you to keep this in mind, Empress. Stop giving your luck away. That's why every 3 years that cycle starts. Yep. Stop giving your luck away. It's just like you take a cup of water, right? Uh-huh. And you take a cup of water and you go out to your backyard. Your backyard ain't got no motherfucking grass. Yep. And you just go pour it in the dirt. What the fuck did you just say? It don't even have nothing growing out there. You just poured the water in the dirt. In dry lands, in Dustonian lands, in dusty land, you just pouring. Baby, you can't save nobody. You trying to save yourself.
That's right.
Broken people cannot fix anybody else other than themselves.
Yep.
One of the hardest lessons we learn as adults, not everyone who watches your journey is rooting for your success. Sometimes all people want is shit from you. They want your money. They want your time. They want your energy. They want your resources. They want you to tell them how to do it. But they don't want anything for you. You got to learn how to discern the difference. Some people only know how to relate to the version of you that was struggling. So when you start changing, it makes them uncomfortable. But see, your job is not to become the woman that somebody else can be like, oh, no, your job is for you to fight for you. Don't quit before you meet the woman that you want to be. Don't quit. Anybody that can make $100,000, you said, in some minutes, and you wouldn't selling no ass.
No.
That means you can do a lot. Anybody that can manifest $10,000 and you manifested what? 20? Is that what you said? That's a hustler's heart. That's a manifestor's heart. Huh?
Right.
Why are you rooted in other people's opinion when, baby, you can buy them? I would never feel bad. I'm a bitch that I can buy any motherfucking thing I want to, including a person.
You sure can.
All right. So with that being said, why would I give a fuck about what anybody have to say about how I live my life when you're not out here getting it? You are you're in the passenger seat, bitch. You're not in the driver's. So you don't get to tell me how to drive sitting your bitch ass over there. As a matter of fact, that bitch ain't even in the passenger seat. The bitch is in the back seat. Sit your ass back there and hush. You don't even have to wear a fucking seatbelt, bitch. Sit back there and hush. Uh-huh. You are in the driver's seat with a CDL. Huh? So what you have? So what you have made mistakes, girl? Ain't nobody in this bitch perfect. So what you have made mistakes? Let me tell you something. I almost did fed time. 25 motherfucking years. I was on 10 years of deferred probation. Do you hear me?
Yes, you said 10. I'm crying over
10. 10 years deferred probation. Bitch, I couldn't get a ticket.
You sure couldn't.
I done got mad at Damon and then threw a knife at this nigga, and this nigga called the police on me.
Oh, no.
Listen, this wild as hell. But I had to learn. When you do stuff, it has consequences. But those consequences don't mean it's the end of the world. If I let that stop me, I wouldn't be here today. I'm not going to feel bad about anything that I did, and you shouldn't either. You did it. The fuck you feeling bad for it now?
I accept responsibility for my actions. Like, I'm not a victim. It's just I've been so lonely, and every time I get lonely,
but baby, it's lonely at the top. God damn it.
True.
What the fuck? Listen, it's lonely at the top, the bottom. Because if you ain't got shit, motherfuckers don't want to be around you. And when you got too much shit and you ain't giving it to them, they don't want to be around you. What the hell do you give a damn fuck anyway about a motherfucker that it's just like, I'm gonna say this. And I don't mean to call you a bitch because it almost came out. You done made $130,000 in fucking 30 minutes and you wasn't selling no ass. Nope. I would have never doubt what the fuck I say. And stop casting spells on yourself. Anybody that can conjure money like that, and thank you for saying about my rich bitch oil, but baby, you activated it. That oil is a tool. And you activated it. And anybody that got that kind of power, you giving it away because something they said, who the fuck is they?
Yep.
Because I went broke, I feel like people think I'm nothing. And I almost believe it. That's what you said, right?
I did.
Stop fucking talking about your boyfriend or the sister because those are branches. Your root is the self-worth. Can I tell you what I heard?
Yes.
I don't think your biggest fear is being broke. I think your biggest fear is that your value disappeared when your money did.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you something. When you had the money, were you more worthy? Or were people simply treating you?
I was still crying myself to sleep at night because I was still lonely.
All right, because people were simply treating you differently because of what you could provide, right?
Yeah, because like when I had a driver, so when my driver picked me up, I had a car, but it was in the garage, and everybody was like, "Oh, she thinks she all of this," and I would hear like, "Oh, like they would mention a celebrity, like, oh, that celebrity got real money," and I was just, keep trying to push myself to try to prove to
baby, only a motherfucker that's broke talk like that.
Yeah,
I've never seen a pretty bitch tell me that I wasn't pretty, but an ugly hoe. Now, ugly bitches will talk about your looks all the motherfucking time.
Yeah.
I've never seen nothing but a hoe ass nigga that ain't about shit try to humble me. Because a man that's secure within himself will be happy and proud that he have a person like that. It's the same thing. It's like this. I only want to be around people who got successful minds. I don't like being around poverty-minded people. And that don't have nothing to do with money. That has to do with value. If all you sit up and do, I'm going to pray, and then you talk yourself. I don't like being around people like that because that means you're going to pocket watch me. You're going to look at everything that I fucking do, and you're going to sit up. But motherfuckers who got it don't talk about it. But the motherfuckers who don't, that's all. They always got something to say. Yep. I don't know why I feel like when he made that comment, he didn't even have a motherfucking shirt on.
And he didn't.
See, he didn't. I don't know why I feel like he didn't even have a shirt on. Just a dusty ass nigga. Why is you letting motherfucking nappy-headed ass, dusty dick ass motherfuckers make you feel any kind of way? And stop fucking po niggas. Girl, quit giving up your motherfucking cash pussy to motherfuckers who ain't got shit. They not gonna respect yours.
That's right.
All they gonna try to do is keep you humble. You keep being around people that keep you humble. You know what happens when they try to keep you humble? They humble your money. They humble your spirit. And this the thing. You gave it away.
I did.
They didn't take shit. And if that's the case, bitch, bring it back.
Yep.
You said something that broke my heart. You said, I almost believe it. I almost believe what? That you lost money? That you're nothing? Who taught you that your bank account determines your value? I know bitches that got money that ain't about shit.
Yep. That's the only time people would deal with me. And then...
Okay, well then that's the thing. If you got it or not, I would not be fucking with nobody. Yeah. Don't fuck with nobody that don't have what you have. I have made millions of dollars. Okay. What the fuck I look like with a bitch that's 100er trying to tell me how to spend $1 million? What the fuck I look like? Ooh, I wouldn't do that. Ooh, I wouldn't try that. I know you wouldn't. You can't even keep a nigga.
Because I had an elder lady tell me, she's, because you know, and you wear the same thing, like we wear the niche perfumes from Neiman Marcus and stuff, right? So I had on, it was House of Sillage I was wearing, like the cupcake bottle. And the lady said, she said, oh, you smell like a rich white lady. And so I guess she was trying to put me down. And I told her, I said, well, I'd rather smell like a rich white lady than a poor black one. You know, and so, and
I wouldn't even say nothing. I would say, yeah, I would have agreed. Let me tell you something. You can't change the way a person think about you. Stop trying. Stop trying.
I've tried, and I've been sitting up here, and I'm grateful that you took the time to speak with me and breathe life into me. Because when I first called in, I was just feeling broken because, like you know, I've been, like I told you, I've been using the rich bitch oil, and I appreciate what you said, but the oil, I feel the power, and I know, you know.
Well, I mean, I do, but you still have to activate it. Because I want to bring it home real quick too. Look at the evidence. You are still breathing. You are still applying for jobs. You still building your business. You still in counseling, right?
Yep.
You're still willing to tell the truth. None of those things sound like nothing to me. Here's something that I've learned. There are people who only know how to celebrate when you're winning because they got a piece of it. And there are people who know how to sit beside you while you're rebuilding because you're giving them a piece of it. You got to learn how to discern that. Nobody is worth you giving them anything. Everybody got to earn everything. It's just like, y'all don't just watch me because I'm pretty. Thank you for doing that, though. But y'all don't just watch me that I'm pretty. Y'all watch me because there's something valuable that I'm saying.
That's right.
I understand that. I'm appreciative of that, but understand there has to be a fair exchange of energy. It's not for free. Sometimes people don't leave because you failed. They leave because they was connected to your success. They weren't connected to your soul. You got to learn the difference.
Yep.
It's painful to think like that, but it's also very clarifying. What if this season isn't showing you that you're worthless? What if it's showing you who you can love when you have nothing to offer except yourself? Think about that. I want you to shift your perspective. What if this season, it isn't showing you that you're worthless? It isn't showing you that you're a bad person. It's simply showing you who you can love the most when you have nothing to offer but yourself, and it's you.
Yep.
I want you to stop introducing yourself as the woman who lost everything. Because as long as you live, you are going to lose something. In my tenure of doing this online and having a store, there were sometimes I was not successful. I failed. I failed more times than I won, but I kept going. I remember the first year I had my store, it was in 2018. I had just opened up my store and I was like, I'm going to do a sale. I'm going to do a 50% off sale. I sold literally everything that was on my shelves because at the time I didn't sell other people's stuff. I just sold mine. I sold everything on my shelf. Everything I had put on my shelves. Huh?
I said, you know, I've been around a long time. I said, I remember when you had that med spa.
Oh, you have. All right, even with that. So back to I just sold everything on my shelf. So you would think when I got through selling everything, my store was empty, right? And you would think that's successful, right?
Yep.
I made $17,000. Okay. Okay, so wait, just hear me out. So out of the $17,000, I still got to pay for shipping. I didn't think about that. And I made $17,000, but I sold everything at 50% off. I didn't think about that. Oh shit. I didn't think about that. Not only do I have to pay for shipping, I have to, I gotta pay for the boxes. I gotta pay for the tape. I gotta pay for the wrapping. I gotta pay, oh shit. I didn't think about the cost of supplies. I didn't think about the cost of shipping. I didn't think about all that stuff that I sold. I now have to replace all of that as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's just say out of $17,000, my only profit was about $2,000.
Damn.
That was a tough ass motherfucking lesson. Do you hear me?
Oh
I was so fucking happy when I did that. But imagine if I would have made 50,000 and 15,000 went into replacing everything, right?
Uh-huh.
I still had a profit, but I didn't get 50,000. I got 17. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So you might look at that and go, "Oh, bitch, you failed big time." Yeah, I did, because I didn't think.
I see like a lesson.
Right. But that's how everything is. Do you get it? So if it was a lesson for me, why are you not looking at it like this is just a lesson for you?
Well, it took you to pull me out of it, because I was just like taking the blows, and I was believing what people were saying. You know, people were like, "You deserve to die," and
that's kind of fucking harsh. You deserve to die. Child, yeah. I want you to start introducing yourself as somebody who's, I'm rebuilding right now.
Okay.
You don't need to live in shame. You don't need to live in shame. I don't need you to believe that today you're going to be extraordinary. I just need you to stop agreeing with the lie that you're nothing, because it's a lie. Because if you keep telling that story, you will keep making decisions that match the story that you keep telling yourself. Do you hear me?
I do.
If you can manifest it one time, do you know off that $17,000 loss, I learned from it. A year later, I had made 1.7 million.
Oh, baby, you went hard.
Because I learned that lesson early on. It was a $17,000 lesson that I learned that made me into a millionaire. So I want your next decision to come from the woman that you're becoming, not from the woman who was hurting. Okay?
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. It means more than you can imagine.
You are fine. You already getting it. Why are you dwelling on some shit that didn't already happen? Now, moving forward, leave everybody alone. Make people earn you. Don't I have to earn you? I got to earn you for you to subscribe. I got to earn you for you to keep watching. I got to earn you. You don't just book with me because you like my face.
Yep.
Huh?
That's true. You be saying some real stuff. I mean, it's helped me.
Shit.
I've been here, what 10 years now?
Listen, you either you know or you don't know. Do you know?
I do.
Then stop fucking acting like you don't. Is this shit serving you?
In a major way, because, you know, I was forgetting who I was. You know, it's just like, I'm with people that if I wouldn't have gone broke, I would have never crossed paths with a lot of them.
Well, let me say this. Life is a very funny, peculiar, and beautiful thing. You got to take the good with the bad.
Mm-hmm. Because
it does mold you into the person that you are to become. Also, out of that $1.7 million, I gave so much of it away, and I gave it to people who didn't even deserve it. And I was doing it because I thought I was helping them. No, I was hindering them. Now you have to earn it, just like I have to. And if you don't think that I'm worth earning it, well, that's fine too. You can get the fuck on. Most of the people that you have problems with are 9 times out of 10 the people that you done helped.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you giving a fuck about them? You helped them. I'll never forget this old mop head ass bitch that called herself what was her name? What was that bitch name? The one that used to dress like me and shit and mimic me. What's her name?
She had a few of them.
Taylor. That was her name. Weird ass bitch. Weird. This bitch was dating a guy who she moved into her place. And he had bought her living room furniture. He had bought her kids some furniture. And he bought her a bed and shit. For whatever reason, the nigga moved out. Right? He moved out. And the nigga took his shit with him.
What?
He took his furniture. Everything he had bought, he took it. She called me crying. I went and got her, took her to a furniture store and told her to pick out what you want. I got her living room set and I got her kids a bed. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
This the same bitch who sit up and said that and lied on me and said that I was talking about her and started a whole bunch of shit to the point she started a whole nother group of hoes I had kicked out of my infinite energy group to talk about me. These bitches that made a whole group, they know each other because of me. But made a group, a conglomerate of rejections, because that's who the fuck they were. There was a group of rejected hoes because I had kicked all these bitches out. I had completely cut them the fuck off. They made a group to talk about me. Y'all hoes know each other only because of me. But do you see how people, you will help motherfuckers and they forget that?
Yeah.
Now, she sit up and talk about me like a dog, but the bitch, the furniture you sitting on is the furniture that I fucking bought you when that man left you and took the seasoning, bitch. He took everything out that motherfucker, including the salt and pepper, bitch.
Damn.
My husband laughing in the back.
I know, because I remember when people got kicked out the group, but the only reason why is because they weren't active. Like, nobody can be in your group and not do the work. Like, you've never played that, and they know that. So it wasn't like you kicked them out because it was personal. Like, nobody can sit.
She did something very unbecoming. We went to New Orleans, and it was for her birthday, and we went to I had just had my surgery. I had just had my my weight loss surgery. So I really wasn't really feeling that well, but I still wanted to go anyway. And she wanted to go to a pub and drink green beer because it was during St. Patrick's Day. And my best friend and one of my assistants with her, but she really wanted me to go. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. Y'all go have a great time. So about 20 minutes later, they come back, but this bitch not with them. And so I asked them, where's Taylor? And they said, oh, she went somewhere else. And I said, she left y'all? And they was like, yeah. I was like, she left y'all? They'd never been to New Orleans before, but she had been because she had been with me. I said, the rule is if you leave together, you come together. I was so upset that she did that. So that night I called Reed and I was telling Reed what happened. And he said, well, just talk to her in the morning. So the morning came and I talked to her about it. And she said, They fine, they grown. I ordered them an Uber. It was no big deal. It was a big deal. These are people that you came with, and you didn't even have to do it like that. And I was like, you owe them an apology. They came down here for your birthday too. And that's how you do people. Like, you don't leave people. Like, literally, that's what this started with, because she wouldn't apologize to them. All she had to do was apologize. I'm sorry. She was like, I'm the only child. And I was like, that's not an excuse, being the only child. And she didn't feel like she owed them an apology. Look, my husband coming here telling the story. Somebody, she didn't feel like she owed, and she didn't. She apologized to me, but she didn't do anything to me. She did it to them.
Yep.
And that was the problem that I had. Because one thing, look, they in the comments, they said they remember this story. So one thing I'm about is that I'm a very fair person. I am not confrontational. I believe in helping people. I believe in being there for people. And she was in my inner circle. She was in my inner coven. And that, in her sitting so close to me, you have to be open to people, because you choose to sit in that seat next to me.
Yep.
That's not what happened. So when I called her out on it, she went belligerent. And I'm like, did you forget that I was the one that did this, that did that for you? Are you going to throw it in my face? No, bitch, you need to be reminded. She says I lied on her. I didn't lie about what happened. That is what happened. What'd you say? She was so obsessed with me. She hated me later. Yes, she did.
That's great. You've had a few of those.
Yes, I have. But again, people. Oh, it was, I mean, she did stupid ass shit too. Oh, like we went to a restaurant one night, and she didn't sit at the table with us. She sit at the bar. And she's taking pictures of the bartender girls, but not the people that she came with. So when we went to leave, I had ordered a car service. And when we went to leave, she come crawling in the car, in the SUV. And I was like, bitch, you ain't talked to us all night. And we going back to the house, and you come crawling your ass in here. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just the fucking entitlement and audacity. Just a weird ass bitch. Then she's taking pictures. She's taking pictures. And she's just taking pictures of her like she's by herself. Like as if she wasn't with a group of people that came to celebrate. And this the sad part about it. She still never understood. She's the victim. This bitch hated me so bad that she went and fucked Candelo. A fucking pedophile. Baby, she went and fucked Candelo. And I can tell it because the bitch can't whoop my ass. You hear me? She can't whoop my ass. Somebody come sending me a picture. And yeah, I had her daughter around him too. And come sending me a picture of them on I'm giving rapper. It was on Facebook, they together, and people in the comments, Duchess gonna be jealous and Duchess gonna be mad when she see this. Why the fuck would I be mad? I know why she went and fucked with him. I know why she went and fucked with him. I said you went because he was my enemy now because I outed him for sexually assaulting people. Candelo Cambisi. Ricardo DeLeese. That's his real name. Ricardo DeLeese.
Yeah.
Huh? That's his real name. Yeah, I said it. And he has a reputation in the community over 3 decades of molesting, raping, and sexually assaulting women that he's supposed to be counseling and helping. That's why I tell y'all all the time, these motherfucking babalaos and mambos and hugans and poleros, all of them, You are not supposed to sleep with your godchildren, and he does shit like that all the time. I called him out on that behavior. She went and fucked the nigga. I guess to get back at me. I just wanted to meet him. You a crazy ditzy bitch. And stay the fuck away from me. So they will love the benefit of you. They will love the access. But that girl didn't give a fuck about me.
She didn't care about herself.
And me just trying to love everybody and I want to show them something different. Baby, they learned me. They learned me. And she's standing on a picture with him looking drunk as fuck. Girl, that ain't even a flex. And this nigga don't like you because if he did, he wouldn't have posted that motherfucking picture. I guess trying to make me feel something. Girl, I don't want him. The nigga got diabetes. His dick don't even work like that. Shit. That nigga he like fucking bitches when they be drunk and shit. Probably because his dick gonna fall out because it ain't gonna stay hard. And I'm not lying about nothing that I'm saying. And like I said, I can say whatever the fuck I want to because I'm not scared of nothing or nobody. I don't bother nobody. I stay in my motherfucking lane. I don't be in nobody's business like that. People tell me a whole bunch of shit. I don't listen. I'm a Taurus. Leave me the fuck alone. That is why I'm like this now. That is why I'm like this now. Leave me alone.
You always kept to yourself. You always did your work. You mastered the craft. And you always gave back. That's what my experience is.
Yeah. So again, stop giving something that people should be earning. And you're what, $130,000 in 30 minutes? You having a trucker company, and because you get a fresh piece of dick, you lose your fucking mind. Girl, it's dicks out there everywhere. And you can get the money, you can buy you one. And when you don't want them, tell them to go the fuck on.
So here's the gag that you're going to hang up on me about. I never even met him in person. We talked on the phone, and he sent me $50,000 a week after we talked on the phone.
And bitch, you fucking broke niggas? I'm about to hang up on you.
He sent me $50,000. I haven't had sex. That's the problem. I haven't had any.
You don't need none at this point, baby. You need to sew your shit up. And your mouth too. And the only thing you need to be working is your fucking hands and getting your motherfucking money.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm gonna say this: stop being a fucking punk. Everybody make motherfucking mistakes. Shit. Ain't nobody fucking perfect. It's a whole bunch of bitches and shit and spent money on niggas and hoes too.
Yep.
And it's a bunch of bitches that got motherfucking criminal records. Shit.
All right, I'm for the question.
The only difference between you and somebody else is that you got caught. It's a whole bunch of people that have done shit that people don't know nothing about because they didn't get caught. Hell, the United States was built off of fucking criminals. Hell, our fucking president is a fucking criminal.
Yep.
And you sitting up crying, and you done had motherfuckers give you money like that.
Yep.
If you don't motherfucking tighten up and lock the fuck in and go the fuck on.
And like, because the elderly lady with the perfume, she was like, "Why?"
Girl, fuck that elderly lady and that perfume. Girl, let that be a story in your past. Don't be bringing that shit up no more. Fuck her with her old ass. She about to die and go to hell. Fuck her. Shit. If she ain't already dead.
I love you so much. I appreciate you for breathing life into me because I was being weak as fuck because I was like, don't nobody love me and I'm about to ball out again so I can have friends again. And it's like, you
better get your motherfucking money and you better keep it.
I will.
And you don't give your shit away.
I receive it. I receive it. It's not falling on deaf ears. Like I'm receiving.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to speak this into your life, and I ain't never spoke something that didn't exist. The next time you get a bunch of money because you're gonna touch it. You're gonna touch it. You're gonna receive it. And the next time you give it away to somebody worthless, I hope you never get it again. Do you hear what I just said to you?
I did.
The next time you get it and you give it away, like your spirits don't work for you, I pray that you never get it back again.
Okay. Hold me to it. And ancestors and spirit guide, hold me to it. I write that in my blood. I'm not doing it no more because it was painful. Very painful.
Well, you lived and you learned, and it's time to move on. You have a good night. Thank you for calling in and saying that, and I'm glad that you feel better.
I do. I feel much better. I feel I was down. Now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to look at my email to see what's come through with business. I'm going to check on my load that's coming back because my first one has gone out in a couple of years, and I'm excited. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
You be blessed, baby.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
Ashe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ashe.
Well, what did y'all think of the first night? This is the first night. We had 3 calls. I'm so, oh shit, somebody else. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How can I help you tonight?
I have to take you off speaker. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I want to say.
Well, first tell us who you are. What's your magical
my,
name? What's your magical name?
I don't have one.
Okay, well, give me a nickname. What they call you?
My name is Erica.
She said, oh, my name is Erica. All right, Erica. Okay, Erica, where are you calling from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay, that's brotherly love, right?
That's what they say, but I don't think so. These people get a little crazy down here.
Okay, well, what's on your heart tonight?
Well, I want to set up an appointment with you.
Okay.
My sister has, I gave it to her as a gift.
Okay.
And she does, talk to you, or I don't know what program it is. I try not to interfere, or how she.
Yeah, and I don't want to know your sister's name. I don't want you to say it on here. So how can I help you tonight?
So I am going through a lot, but when I make my appointment, I would like to discuss that.
Okay.
But at this present moment, I am suing my job. I work for the city of Philadelphia. I'm suing my job, and I'm suing my union. I'm working at this job, and it's like you had said something in your previous call. It says poverty-minded people. Mm-hmm. And I had to write that down because that's kind of like exactly what's going on to where as though it is in excess, where my personal business has been told. I was attacked by this white man that worked at the job, and instead of them helping me, they pull me through the ringer, threatening to fire me, and right now, this is the only job that I have, because I'm coming off of the situation. I've been watching you since 2020.
Oh, okay.
I had my own business. I was a massage therapist. 2020 came. I was pretty much wiped out. I still had to pray for a brick and mortar. I created another business during that time, teaching people how to grow plants, about soil. And then I added some crystals and some incense, and to try to get some kind of income coming in. And in 2023, my building was bought. They outbid me, and now I'm renting. And my bulk of my business money is gone. I tried to, pivot and recreate it online, but then 9 to 5, I had to get a job.
and it's been very, very, very hard. I'm fearful because I don't have the mental capacity at the time to create more. So I feel as though that everything that I'm thinking is just in this sphere going around like this. I can't even think straight. I know that I did what I did do. I did file a federal case against them, both the union and the city. And that's where it's actively now. I did pull out, did some resumes, job applications online to do remote. I have 25 years in customer service. So I'm trying to now get a remote job so I can have that time to put back into what my business. But my head is just like I don't feel as though that I'm pulling enough money in. I'm fearful of not paying my bills, because I have to pay this, or I have to decide or throw the dice who needs to get paid. So it's a lot, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me stop you right there respectfully.
Yes.
Okay, so what it sounds like you're describing is grief, not laziness. I don't think you're afraid that you can't create. I think you're grieving what you lost. Because let's look at what happened. You built a business. You prayed for a brick and mortar. You created another business when things got hard and you pivoted, right? Then the building was sold. I just want to paraphrase what you said. So you lost the space that you had worked so hard for. So your business income dropped. Now you're working a 9-to-5 while trying to hold on to the dream you built, right?
Yes.
Let's identify it and label it so we can release it. That's a loss. That's a loss.
Okay.
So when you tell me I don't have the mental capacity to create, I don't hear someone that is incapable, right?
Right.
I hear someone who's emotionally exhausted by the loss. So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Who told you that you have to rebuild everything all at once?
Nobody told me, but
okay, so pause.
Yeah.
So pause. Because I think you're putting pressure on yourself to recreate years of work while simultaneously surviving a completely different season of life.
Yeah.
So let's reframe that. Your assignment right now, in this very moment, isn't to build a new empire, Erica from Philly. Your assignment at this moment is just to stabilize. Sometimes your greatest act of faith, it isn't starting another business. Sometimes it is just keeping the lights on. It is just going to work. It is just paying your bills. You got to let your nervous system recover. See, you said before, you said you're afraid because you don't feel creative anymore. Well, I disagree. You already proved you're creative. You built one business, then you built another one. So creativity isn't something you've lost. It's a muscle that's tired. Say it. It's a muscle that's tired.
It's a muscle that's tired.
Say it again.
It's a muscle that's tired.
Say it again.
It is a muscle that's tired.
Say it again.
It is a muscle that's tired.
Do you see the way you said this last time in comparison to when you first said it?
Yeah.
Right, because what we did is we just broke that off of you. Stop trying to produce at the level when you had different resources, right? Different energy, right? In a different life. Erica from Philly, meet yourself where you are. Listen carefully. Seasons do not determine identity. They determine assignments. There was a season when your assignment was expansion. Right now, your assignment may be recovery. And recovery is not failure. Recovery is preparation. Instead of asking yourself, how do I build another business? No. Erica, what's the smallest thing I can create this week that reminds me I'm still a creator? Isn't that a little bit more kinder?
It is.
Maybe it's one social media post. Maybe it's just one product. Maybe it's just answering one email. Maybe it's just one client. Stop measuring yourself against your biggest season. You got to measure yourself against today. Don't measure yourself against yesterday. Every small act of creation is evidence that the creator in you is still alive. I don't hear someone who doesn't have the capacity. I just hear somebody whose mind is carrying on too many tabs at the same time. You know how like on your phone, you got a whole bunch of tabs and then it start running slow?
Yeah.
So you got to go back and you got to delete some of them.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing like that. It's the same thing like that. So right now, your mind is trying to solve 6 months of your problems today. It can't. So you gotta decide what is the assignment for right now. Well, you also said, well, I don't feel like I'm pulling in enough money. Well, that feeling is real. But don't let that convince you that you're failing. There's a difference between not having enough income and not having enough value. The cost of living is high. You can make the same money that you made 10 years ago, and it has a different value to what it is today. Right?
Yes.
That's not failing, baby. That's not failing. You said you got 25 years of customer experience. That's not nothing. That's a skill set. That's experience you earned. Right now, your income may not reflect what you think your value is, but your value didn't disappear because the paycheck changed.
You're right. You're right.
See, sometimes we think the answer is creating something brand new. Sometimes the answer is creating enough stability that your creativity can come back. And stability isn't settling. Stability is giving yourself a foundation to build from. Do not measure yourself by what you cannot build in this season. Measure yourself by the promises you keep to yourself, being kinder to yourself. Every application you submit, every shift you complete, every counseling appointment, anything that you attending, because every step you take is towards a healthier future. Those things are not small. They are evidence that you're still moving. You have evidence, Erica.
Yes.
And people who keep moving, even slow as fuck, is still moving. And eventually, they will arrive somewhere different than where they started because they kept moving. Now, book the conversations with me. But I feel like tonight, I hope I gave you something else. I hope I gave you hope. And be kinder to yourself. Motion is still motion. You just got to make sure you're just not spinning in a circle.
Yes.
And you're not.
And that's how I felt. That's how I felt.
Well, then stop.
Even challenging this big company, if you will, by myself. And it's like, I want to make them pay for what they did,
Well, I don't want to necessarily talk about that because that's legality, right. And I don't want to do that on here.
Okay.
But we can certainly talk about that. But again, I just want you to be clear about your energy.
Yes.
You will never get anything thinking the way you thinking. Because you're already thinking that you done lost everything.
Yeah. That's how it felt.
Okay, but you haven't.
No.
You haven't. I feel like you was betrayed. You expected your employer to protect you. And from your perspective, that didn't happen, right?
Right.
Okay, so come on.
Yeah, it's recovery.
You are recovering. Thank you for saying it.
Recovery, and I didn't know. I don't think I knew what that looked like, to be honest.
Well, I don't see somebody who lost everything. I see somebody who's recovering from multiple losses at once. There's a difference. See, recovery has a different pace than building. You're getting them mixed up. See, when you break a bone, no doctor expects you to run a marathon the next week, right?
Right.
They expect healing first. So right now you're asking to sprint while you still recovering. You ain't gonna never recover. I also hear something else, like the employer, the betrayal. Baby, let me tell you something. These jobs don't owe nobody nothing but they self. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you thinking that job gives so much fucks about you, girl, it don't. I told somebody a story today, and it was true. I used to work many, many moons ago. I used to work at this place called Vortex. And I remember the cubicle next to me said this girl. Her name was Wednesday. I won't forget that. And when Wednesday didn't come to work this Wednesday. This is why I remember this. I will remember this for the rest of my life. And I learned this early on. Wednesday had been in a car accident. So they come to a cubicle, they tell everybody, and they come back after they tell everybody, they come back from lunch and they say she passed. Oh, the job had balloons. Thursday when they came to work, they had fixed up her cubicle. It was balloons, it was cards, it was so pretty. Right? Because she was a valued employee. Right?
Right.
Friday came. I come to work Friday and there's nothing in the cubicle. All the balloons are gone. All the cards are gone. Everything is fucking gone. Right?
Right.
I come to work Monday. It's a new bitch sitting in that seat.
Oh, wow.
So this lady died Wednesday. They was celebrating her Thursday, cleaned out our cubicle Friday, and had a new person in that position Monday.
Wow. That's cold.
But that's business. My point of it is, who the fuck is on jobs 10, 20, 30 years now? Nobody. I don't want you to confuse being in recovery with being in ruin. Do not confuse being in recovery with being in ruin. Ruin is the end. Recovery is the beginning of the next chapter. And from everything that you shared with me, you're not at the end. You're not at the ruin. You're at the recovery of your story. You're literally standing in the middle.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself, baby.
Wow. I thank you. And being in that sphere, not even sphere, but just that I could, you don't, you're afraid to make a decision because there's so many decisions that you have to make.
No, take it back. It's just one decision at a time.
Yeah.
Just one. Just one decision at a time. Not a whole bunch, because you're going to overwhelm yourself. Remember, we're in recovery.
Yeah.
Recovery and building is not the same thing. Times have changed. The cost of living has changed. Why are you not considering that as well?
I didn't even think of it.
Be kinder to yourself, Erica. Be kinder.
I will.
It's just one thing you have to do at a time, not a whole bunch. Just one. Keep that in mind. Remember, do not confuse being in recovery with being in ruin. Ruin is the end. Recovery is the beginning of the next chapter. You are not at the end of your story. You're standing right in the middle of it. So you get to decide.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. I hope that I helped you.
You did. You did.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak into your life. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. And I will be booking with you very soon.
All right. You have a great night. Okay. Thank you so much.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hi. How you doing?
I'm great. How can I help you?
Did I make it?
Yeah.
Did I make the live?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So what's your name, darling? What's your magical name?
Rain.
Okay, Rain. And Rain, where are you calling from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, how can I assist you tonight? What's on your heart tonight?
Okay. So, I think the theme, I fit right along with the theme of everyone else, but let me just go ahead and say my story. So, I went through a lot when I was younger. I went through a whole lot. I went through a lot of stuff that some other people were talking about as a kid. I've seen, my father, started multiple families, but we were the family that he was mostly with. And my dad was the pharmacist, and then
he was a pharmacist, or he was in street pharmacy?
A street pharmacist.
Oh, okay. When you say pharmacist, I'm like, is he in street? Is he in street pharmaceuticals, or was he a real pharmacist?
No, street pharmaceuticals. I want to say the right, lingo for the internet, because I don't want to, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Okay, so he was a street pharmacist, and unfortunately, in trying to keep my mom, because my mother was young, she always was kind of like sought after by a lot older men, and it's unfortunate for her, but she had a lot of things done to her, right, at a young age. This is a cycle, and so she ended up hooked on the pharmaceuticals. So when I came into life, I am a middle child. So there's nobody close to me. Like, the closest person to me is 9 years older than me, and then the next child after me is 9 years after me. So I had a moment in time where I was kind of by myself, But I stuck with her. I stuck with my mom. A lot of hardships she dealt with, and with my dad and stuff. And so, fast forward, right? I was able to stick with her to the point of she was able to get out of that, and she's still here today.
Okay, great.
And it was really for me being there for her, also teaching my dad how to be a father, because I would go around and literally knock on his door. He literally, my mom had ended up going to jail And he literally, this is what he would do because he had multiple kids with different families. But I just was not accepting that. And so I would go around when he thought he was going to move, and he left us in the house, and my mom had took over for us, and he left us in that house and went to start with another woman. I would go knock on her door. I would go walk over there, which is kind of far. I would knock over the door and be like, is my dad here? And she's like, wait a minute, how did you get all wet over here? And I literally would tell him, like, he got to come home. Like, this is like, you can't leave no kids. You know, because at the time, I have two younger sisters. And so I was like 9, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like trying to figure out. So I ended up raising my 2 younger sisters, basically. Anyway, fast forward. I ended up starting to deal with a lot of issues coming up around all of that. I dealt with a lot of issues my mom dealt with. You know what I mean? I made it through those issues. Definitely have people-pleasing tendencies to the fullest because I was searching for, love. And so that caused me to go into a lot of dark places. That's really what led me to the dark places, is that I was looking for love and friendship, mostly not romantic. It was mostly friends, and I was betrayed by a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends betrayed me. I always did well. I'm definitely a go-getter. I'm definitely like a manifester. Definitely rich men love me. Okay, period. And, you know, I've always been a hard worker. That being said, a lot of my friends betrayed me. You know what I mean? Like all kind of betrayal. I would help them. Literally, they gon', you know what I'm saying? Like, take money from me. You know, I had one friend, like, I gave her money. We supposed to have a hotel room together. She literally went downstairs, left. The hotel people came upstairs. It was me and this other girl there, and they kicked us out. Mind you, this is late at night. So, like, what is going on here? Like, how do you kick somebody out late at night? How do you kick somebody out of a hotel? It was some weird stuff. So anyway, these type of things just kept happening to me. And finally, I was able to break out of that loop. A lot of those friends, a lot of my girlfriends passed away. Some actually have been in big news,
thank you.
and everything. Like, I had a lot of people pass away in my life.
I appreciate that. Hello.
Huh?
Okay. Let me stop you real quick because let's address some things that you said. Okay. Yes. So, oh girl, where do I start? I think the start thing that I think at the start where it kind of I want to address what you said about because I don't know if you heard yourself. You said that your mom was struggling. You said that your dad wasn't present in the way you needed him to be. And then you said something else that stood out to me. You said
he got her hooked on a pharmaceutical, and then she went into a wild, like she got real wild.
Right.
There.
So, I
was the one that had to basically be there for everybody.
Miss Rain, you repeating yourself, and then you cut me off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So let's. I let you talk.
I'm sorry.
Right. I understand, but I have rules to meet. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I was going to say is that what you said was I taught my dad how to be a father. And that was a very big statement because as a child, you believed it was your responsibility to teach adults how to be adults. Because how old were you when you started believing that everybody else's survival depended on you?
Really young.
Okay. So, because I'm wondering if the little girl is still running your life. The little girl who stayed, the little girl who rescued, the little girl who knocked on doors looking for her father. The little girl who thought, well, if I love people enough and if I work hard enough, maybe they'll become who I need them to be. So I want you to hear this. Your mother getting better it is something to celebrate, but your job was never to save your parents. That was never supposed to be on your shoulders. Children are supposed to receive safety. You became the one that was providing it. And I wonder, is that why you spent so much time of your adult life trying to carry business or relationships or jobs or other people's emotions? Because carrying people is familiar to you. What would happen if for the first time in your life, you stopped believing you had to rescue everybody? What if your only assignment right now was to take care of yourself?
Yeah.
Because you survived because you were responsible too early. But the skills that helped you to survive as a child are exhausting you as an adult. So you don't have to stop being compassionate. You just have to stop believing it's your job to carry the weight of everybody else's life. Because we found a pattern. You said you raised your sisters. You stood by your mama. You tried to teach your father how to be a father. Then you told me you became a people pleaser because you were looking for love. And now you're telling me that over and over, you've helped friends who end up betraying you or whatever. Do you see the thread that connects all those stories?
Yeah.
You've spent your life earning connection instead of expecting it. See, when you help those friends, were you helping because you wanted to, or because somewhere inside you believed that you loved people enough? If you loved them enough, they wouldn't leave you.
I don't even know, to be honest. I can't say that I know the difference, to be honest.
See, I don't think you're just a generous person. I think generosity became your survival strategy. And as a little girl, love wasn't consistent. Safety wasn't consistent. So you learned, maybe if I'm useful, maybe if I'm needed, maybe if I solve everybody's problems, they'll keep me. But the problem with that strategy is that it attracts more people who will love what you do for them, not necessarily who you are. And that's why betrayal hurt you so deeply, because it's not just that they took your money. It's that every betrayal confirms that old fear of maybe I'm only valuable for what I can give.
Yeah.
I don't want you to stop being kind to people. I just want you to look at yourself. As a little girl, again, you learned that, love meant taking care of people. I mean, you took care of your mama. You helped raise your sisters. But what if you don't have to do that no more?
Yeah, that's where I'm at now.
See, people pleasing is a symptom of much deeper issues. That somewhere along the way, you learned that value came from what you could do for people, not who you are. So who are you when nobody needs you? Who are you?
I'm a creative person. You know what I'm saying? I love to write. I've been writing music since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I love just all things creativity. And I'm really a joyful person. Even when I'm going through the hard times, like I'm always feeling like I'm always dancing, laughing, joking, even through hard times, And I do want to help my community. I do have a.
But you got to help yourself first. But you have to help yourself first.
Yeah.
You're not in the position to help anybody else.
That part.
All that shit you just said is smoke and mirrors. You can't help anybody else. You got to help yourself. You're broken right now. You got to fix yourself. Because if you don't do that, then you become an imposter. It's not even real. It's not even authentic. So you're not at service at nobody. You're not at service of somebody else. You're not even at service to yourself. Everybody got a gift. Everybody has gifts. But you got to be healthy to use them. You got to get healthy. The healthier you are, the stronger your gifts become. Right now, they're not. And you're still trying to give it away. Oh, I want to help the community. Girl, that sounds great. But how are you focusing on you?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, right? I've cut a lot of people out of my life. All those friends. The last cut I just did was a friend that I had over 10 years. I've just cut her out of my life because I ended up moving her in with me. And, you know, like I said, when I'm at home, I'm playing music, I'm joyful. But she would just say things to me like, because I'd be joking and stuff. She'd be like, "You're so fake. You're so fake." And I'm just like, huh?
Well, I don't think, but this is the thing. I don't think that you fake. I just don't think you know who you are. Honestly, that's what I get from you. I don't think that you know who you are. And I think that you will be who everybody wants you to be or who you think everybody needs for you to be, but you don't know who you are. Your identity is based off of other people. It's not based off yourself. I don't think that you're fake. I think that you're confused. That's the difference. See, a fake person intentionally creates a false image to manipulate people. A person who doesn't know who they are changes depending on who's standing in front of them. Around one group, they're one version. Around another group, they're somebody else. And in a relationship, they think one way. And in the next relationship, they completely change. Why? Because they've never developed a solid identity. That's you. You spent so much time adapting that you don't know where adaptation ends and authenticity begins. So when people say that, I'm talking about being consistent with yourself. When you don't know who you are, baby, you will become whoever people will accept. You will laugh at the jokes you don't even think are funny. You'll agree with the opinions that you don't actually believe. You will tolerate disrespect because you're afraid of being yourself might cost you the relationship. You shapeshift. And you shapeshift to fit every room you enter. That is fucking exhausting. Because now you're managing 10 different versions of yourself instead of just simply being you. That's why I ask, who are you when nobody's watching? Who are you when there's nobody to impress? Who are you when no one needs anything from you? Who are you when you're alone with your own thoughts? Because that's where your identity is built. The people pleasing and the identity confusion travel together, baby. And if your self-worth depends on being accepted, you will spend your life auditioning for people instead of living authentically. And eventually, you will forget the version that's real for you. See, healing isn't becoming a different person. It's stripping away every mask that you've learned how to wear just to survive. It's asking yourself, what do I actually believe? What do I actually enjoy? What do I actually want? What are my values? What are my boundaries? What kind of life feels true to me? Not the life that gets the most applause. Because once you know who you are, something powerful can happen. You will stop fucking performing. You will stop chasing validation. You'll stop changing your personality every time somebody new walks into your life. You will become consistent. Baby, did she hang up on me? What just happened? Well, you win some, you lose some. I will say this. Authenticity will always outlast performances. Always. Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, I'm so surprised.
You my last one of the night, because baby, y'all gonna wear me the fuck out.
Yes, I literally just told Spirit, I said, please, God, let me get on. I promise let me.
Well, the only reason why you got on, because baby girl hung up. I guess she didn't like what I was saying.
Well, hopefully she try to call back. Or maybe
No. You don't get to call back and you hung up in my face and shit because you didn't like some shit that I said now. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that because, girl, stop playing with me. Look, I'm all about healing. You hear me? I'm all about healing, but stop playing with me. Yeah, stop playing with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was God just answering my prayer. I'm just
hey, sometimes it happens like this.
Yes,
so, what is your magical name, darling?
So I go by the third Ira, but you can just call me Ebony. That's my
You said
name.
Ebony?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ebony. And Ebony, yes. Where are you calling from?
Houston, Texas.
Oh Lord, not a Houstonian. Not a Houstonian. Let me say this. Let me address that. I don't know if she hung up on purpose. I don't know if it was a mistake. But I'm gonna say this. I tell people all the time, when you talk to me, I don't want you to perform for me. I want you to be honest because I can't help you if you're performing. I can't help you. I also can't help you if you're not ready. And a lot of people, they say they are, but they're not. I'm not an actor. I'm not an actress. I am not a content creator.
Right.
And also, if she did hang up on me, and I'm gonna be very honest, I care. I care enough to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I give a fuck to do this because I don't have to do this. I could be reading one of my little smut romance novels and working on my own books and shit.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, maybe it was an accident, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, and I hope. Well, no, I mean, I hope she got what she needed, and I'm appreciative of even her calling and being honest because. And even if it's just her version, because people want to be heard.
Exactly.
People want to be heard. So anyway, all right, Miss Ebony from Houston, Texas, Houstonian, y'all be rough. Them girls in Houston be rough.
No, I'm sweet. I'm nice, okay? But so I'll just keep it short and sweet because I'm the last one, and I can get to talking and doing all of it.
I've been on here almost 3 hours. I didn't think I was probably gonna get like 1 or 2 calls.
Right. I've only been in here for like maybe an hour and some change. I was thinking.
Oh, you didn't hang up? Okay, baby. Good. Thank you. Because I'm like, damn.
Right. But I've been watching you since I was 21. And
girl, I'm gonna choke in this water. You watched me since you were how old?
21. I just turned 29. So yeah, I've been watching you for a long time.
Wow. You know what? That really humbles me, if I'm honest. They really humbles me when y'all been listening to me for a long time. Like that does. I just want to say that really does humble my spirit.
Yes, I just love how real you are, how honest you are. I'm like, I need to go visit her store. Like, so many times I've been like in Fort Worth. I think you had a store in that area at one point, and I never.
A store in Fort Worth?
Yeah, well, I was somewhere near Fort Worth, I believe. I could just be mistaken.
Well, I had a store in Dallas. Yeah, I had a store in Dallas.
Oh, yeah. And so I'm like, I need to go to her store, but I wasn't ready. I was scared. I wasn't ready to hear what you had to say because I knew you would eat me up. But
why y'all say that? I haven't ate nobody up tonight, have I? Well, maybe I did. I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did. And then it was like he was speaking directly to me because like all the questions I wanted to ask, it was like Spirit was answering it through other people. And it was like, no, you need to
this is the one you need to ask. But
all right. So what's on your heart?
question.
So what's on your heart tonight?
I have shame and guilt around charging people my value. I have a business. I've been in business since 2018, and I do pretty much not exactly, but pretty much what you do. And I've helped over my career thousands of people, hundreds of people, but there's guilt around upping my prices. It's like when they're low, $25 a reading here and there, and I'm taking so many people and I get like exhausted. I'm like, I need to pay more because you're not making you're making money, but baby, you got bills. And you got stuff that, you want to grow your business, but it just seems like it's not growing how I want it to grow. And I know it's because of the prices, but it's like I have the guilt and shame around it because when I got into my spiritual business, when I got into my spirituality, I learned everything on my own. I taught myself. I didn't have the money to pay for reading. I had the money for somebody to do the workings for me. I quite literally had to go through trial and error. So when I started my business, it was just free readings, free services and stuff like that. And my brother was like, ain't nothing in this world fucking free. Why is you not charging people? Like, what are you doing? And then that's when I started doing it, but it was still low. It was like $10, $5 here, and, whatever. It went up to like $25, $50, but I'm like, it's not getting me anywhere. And I know I need to charge more, but I feel guilty because I'm like, well, all this stuff that I know, I had to go, I guess I understand for other people. I feel for other people that come to me, they can't afford it, or not even necessarily that they can't afford it. I assume they can afford it. So it's a people-pleasing thing. I automatically, they tell me their story. They tell me what they're going through. I'm like, okay, I just want to help. I've always wanted to do that since I was a little girl. I just want to help people because I never had the money to do it. So once I discovered I had a gift, I kind of took that and ran with it. And so, yeah, I don't really know how to get over it. I don't know how to get over it.
How to get over what?
This shame, this guilt, and just charging my value, charging my worth. I'm pocket watching people. Why am I pocket watching people? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You pocket watching the people that you're supposed to be helping?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So let me paraphrase what I think that you're saying, right? Because I'm trying to understand. All right. So it kind of sounds like, the first thing I want you to understand is that it really isn't about a pricing problem. It's a worthiness problem disguised as a pricing problem. So I don't think you feel guilty because you're charging too much. I think you feel guilty because somewhere along the line or somewhere along the way, you learned that helping people and making money should not exist in the same sentence. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of people in healing, coaching, spiritual work, hell, if you a baker or a cook or you a restaurant owner, whatever the case may be, whatever it may be, I think that they carry this unconscious belief that if their gift came naturally or was given to them spiritually, then they should just give it away. But gifts still require years of study, practice, mistakes, emotional labor, and sacrifices to become an expertise of them. I hope you're not just doing this without having an elder, a mentor, a mambo, a hugan, a polero. I hope that you have some type of training and you're not doing this. And also, I hope that if you have an elder in your life, that they are guiding you, because I would guide my children, my godchildren. Because I want you to notice something. You didn't say you feel guilty taking people's money when you go buy groceries. You don't feel guilty paying your electric bill. You don't feel guilty when your landlord expects rent. So why are you the only professional who isn't allowed to be paid? So you told me you've been doing this since 2018, right? And you've helped hundreds, possibly thousands of people, right? How many books have you read? How many mistakes have you made? How many nights have you spent studying? How many times you carry somebody else's pain home with you? See, your clients are not just paying 30 or 60 minutes of your time. They're paying for every year it took you to become the person sitting in front of them, pulling their cards, doing their spiritual work. Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
See, you said your readings are $25. So let's do the math. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have to see 4 people to make $100, but one higher price session could bring in that same amount while allowing you to be more present, which client actually gets the better version of you?
I would assume the higher paying one.
Right. So cheap prices don't help people. They often create burnout. And burned out practitioners will rush sessions, become resentful, and eventually quit. That's why a lot of them do that. Then nobody gets help.
Right.
You're not selling spirituality. You're not, because you got to reframe your mind. You're not selling intuition. You're not selling that shit. You're selling transformation. You're selling clarity. Your years of experience, your years of expertise, your wisdom, your emotional capacity, your ability to help someone move through a difficult moment. Every profession charges for expertise. Yours is no different. 3 mindset shifts should happen here. The first one is stop asking, can they afford me? Instead, ask, can I afford to keep undercharging? If your business can't sustain you, eventually your clients lose access to your gift altogether. 2, separate compassion from discounts. You can have a scholarship fund. You can offer 1 free session a month or occasionally bless somebody that's in need. But generosity should be intentional, not your business model. Oh, I just said something. Baby, I just laid something down. I hope y'all pick it up.
Yes, because I've been burnt out a lot of times, and they put me in a position where I've quit a lot of times actually, and I'm like, okay, this is what my heart is here. Like, this is what I want to do, but I'm so tired, and I'm like, you're not. I know it's a value thing. It is a worthy thing.
All right,
you said was
3.
100%.
3. Raise your prices because you respect your energy, not because you need permission. Every time you increase your fee, you are telling yourself, my knowledge has value. I can charge up to $300 for readings, and I do. But I'm also bonded. Not many practitioners are bonded. My business has insurance. I also, you sign, anytime you go on my website and you book a reading with me, you are signing the disclaimer.
Yeah.
People pay for what they want. Let me say this to you. Have you ever seen a commercial, a Maybach commercial for Mercedes?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen a Louis Vuitton commercial?
No, not that I can remember, to be honest with you.
Have you ever seen a yacht commercial where they're selling yachts?
No.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because the people who can afford it don't even watch no fucking commercial. They get it because that's what they want.
That part.
See, your prices are teaching people how to value you. If you don't believe your work is worth investing in, then your clients will struggle to believe it also. There is someone praying for the exact transformation you provide. Don't make yourself so inexpensive that you become exhausted before you ever reach them.
I needed to hear that.
Your gift deserves stewardship. And stewardship includes making sure the person carrying the gift, which is you, is healthy, supported, and financially secure. So charging your worth isn't greed. It's what allows you to keep serving for years instead of burning out in the name of being available to everybody. Hmm?
Yes.
So when I first started doing readings and stuff, it was a hobby. I used to charge $40. That's what I would charge. $40. And they wouldn't even time. Girl, I'd be so goddamn burnt out. And then I would sell a small $15 bottle of prosperity oil. A $15 bottle and a $40 reading. That's what I would charge. So $55. I still have my sheet because I wrote it on a piece of paper, my first 5 orders. That 5 turned into 10, that 10 turned into 20, that 20 turned into 40. Now I've read for thousands of people, celebrities too. When I first started, I remember I went to this bed and breakfast in Georgia. And I went with Damon, my ex-husband. And I remember I went to pay for the room and I had pulled out my tarot cards. And I wasn't pulling them out so I could show them. I was pulling them out trying to get my wallet. And so she said, "Oh, you read tarot?" And I go, "Well, yeah." But I hadn't really read it for anybody else, just people that I knew, right? And so she was like, "Can you do a tarot party for me?" Girl, what the fuck is that? What's a tarot party? And she was like, "But you know what? I'm always for the shits and giggles. You know, fuck it. I do it. What's a tarot party? Fuck it. I do it. I do it." And so she was like, "I'm going to give you a discount and y'all have access to the pool. You don't have to pay for it." She started giving me all this free shit. So I was like, "Well, you know what? I can do a tarot party. I don't even know what the fuck a tarot party is." Okay. So she was like, "What time are you going to come back downstairs?" And I was like, "For what?" She said the tarot party. I'm like, "Oh, bitch."
Right then and
Girl, I said, "I don't know. I'll come like at 8:00. So I go upstairs, I take me a nap. And so Damon goes, "What's a tarot party?" And I was like, "I don't know." I didn't even have a website. I didn't have nothing. So, because again, it was just a hobby. And so he was like, "You gonna go down there and them white people gonna get you." That's what he said. And I was like, "No, they not, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm doing." So I go downstairs at 8:00 and there's like 10 people. 10 people waiting on me. And I go, "Shit." So they was like, "Can we do a collective reading first and then you do us individually?" And I was like, "Okay." I don't even know what a collective reading is. Okay. Okay. And so she was like, "Well, we gonna sit it right here. Everybody gonna sit together and you can just start reading people out." So literally, I started reading people. Okay. And I'm like, okay. So they was like, now 2 of them are crying because some shit I didn't say it. I don't fucking remember. And so then I started reading them individually. I didn't know I'm reading the mama, the daughter, the grandmama, the best friend to the mom. I didn't know who they were. So I started calling out individually all of their issues with the other person. I was like, "Why are you into with your mama?" Like I started calling all of this shit out to the point the best friend husband had died in the house. She still got all his pictures up saying she can't keep nobody. So I go, "You need to bury him because he's not dead and he had been cremated." I'm just flowing with it. You understand? I'm flowing with it. So at the end, they go, "Well, how much do we owe you? Because you didn't tell us how much you charge." I was like, I don't know. And I literally say, "Whatever y'all want to give me." Because she had already gave me the free room and, all this extra stuff. She had gave me all of this stuff. So I didn't even think to compute it to, I got to charge per head. Because it wasn't a business. You understand? Like I literally tell people, I wasn't trying to be like my mama. I wasn't trying to do this. It literally started like that. It literally started like that. So she said, well, we just gonna put some money together. Girl, they put some money together in an envelope and gave it to me. I went on the weekend. I never even looked at the envelope. I didn't look at the envelope until because my ex-husband drive trucks. So we go home. It's still in my purse. I still didn't even look in the envelope. I didn't even think about it like that. It was 2 checks in that bitch. It was 2 checks in her for $500 a piece.
Oh wow.
And it was $1,200 cash in her. Because when I left that Sunday night, when I left, literally the lady says, me and my grandmother, which is the lady that owned it, she said, we haven't talked, and we talked.
Oh.
And I want to say thank you.
Oh,
me and my
beautiful.
sister that was into it about the Airbnb, about the whatever, the bread and breakfast, they was into it. We talked. Thank you. So I get home, I'm checking, I'm like, let me put these motherfucking checks in the bank. and so Damon goes, how much motherfucking money did they give you? And I was like, $2,200. And he was like, for 10 people. And he was like, how much do you charge them a piece? And I was like, I didn't even know what to charge them because I was just doing it.
Right.
I was just doing it. But I realized in the process of that, I was onto something. But I also knew that I was going to honor my gift. I realized also I did not have to be like my mother. I realized also that nothing is for free. And I realized if I was going to give people this, they were going to have to pay for it. And for those who can't afford it, that means it's for them. Those who can't afford it, that means it's not. And if you're charging $25, you'll get some of everybody. And then when you go to charge them for something else that you want to do, now you got to worry about them paying it because you just told them that you charge $25. So if you charge $25, how the fuck you gonna do some prosperity work for $200?
Right.
So if you are going to be successful in this, baby, you gotta respect your energy. You don't need nobody permission for that because those who can't afford it don't have a problem spending it. But if it's not for them, it's not for them. I am not going to lower my reading so somebody can pay me $50 for it. I know that my value, I know that my education, I know that my skill set requires where you pay up to $300 for me to do readings for you. All my readings are not $300. But them big ones, like the ancestor reading is like 2 and 3 hours, you're going to pay for that.
Right.
My godfather, and the reason why I mentioned eldership, because you need that. If you're going to be successful in business like this, and you're going to consider it a business, baby, you need to be up under some type of tutelage. Because you done read a couple of books and you done tried a little bit, and then that's why you make mistakes like that. Because no teacher would tell you to charge $25. What are you doing to encourage your gift to make it stronger? You need education for that. You need guidance for that. Now, I'm not judging you, but you asked and you called me.
Exactly.
Now, if you want to give back, because compassion, you got to separate compassion from discounts. Compassion says, I'm going to do this new thing where I allow 3-4 people, right, to call in and I give them advice, spiritual advice. That's compassion. I say, if you were moved by the things that I said, you can give a donation. Many people who didn't even, for whatever reason they gave, maybe they felt moved by it. I'm appreciative of that. But I did this for compassion.
Boundaries.
You like I said, you can have a scholarship fund. You can offer a free session a month. You can occasionally bless somebody that's in need. But generosity should be intentional. You, my dear, have made it your business model. And as long as you keep making shit like this your business model, bitch, you're going to be broke. I don't give a damn how many motherfucking cards you pull over.
Literally.
Because if your gift is supreme like that, why are you charging $25? So again, it's about what you think that your value is worth. What I suggest, take you a bunch of classes, really get into it so you can really hone in on your gift.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
I will do that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You are very, very welcome. All right, Miss Houston. You too. Bye-bye. All right. So that was great and that was different. I want to say thank you guys so much. I want y'all to join me next Thursday night. We're going to do it again. Sunday is Sunday school. You know, I break it down in a deconstructed way. I'm not going to be on YouTube tomorrow. I say that and then we'll make a YouTube video. But I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope that you were enlightened. Like, I really, really do hope that. I love that people did call in. I didn't really have no expectations. If it would have been one person, I would have been fucking okay with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if everybody wants to be successful, I think you gotta be open to doing something different. All the calls, I really appreciate everybody being honest with me and upfront with me. I appreciate y'all fucking with me like this. I hope that y'all join me next Thursday night. I'm gonna do it again. I hope that you guys book conversations and stuff with me. I hope that you book readings. I hope that I want to change your life. I don't think that I know it all. I don't believe that. I don't believe that I know it all at all. But I will give you what I have learned. I really, really have. I don't think that I know everything. I don't think that I don't. But if I can give you something, I'm going to give it to you. If you guys want to give a donation, please, you can also go on my website, MagickalLadyDuchess.com. I want to thank every single person who had the courage to call me tonight. Healing doesn't begin because somebody waved a wand over your life. Excuse me. It kind of begins the moment you're honest enough to say something has to change. So if today's conversation helped you, share this live stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you know someone who needs a place where they can be heard, invite them next Thursday. So until then, protect your peace, honor your growth, and remember, sometimes the conversation changes your life before a spell ever does. And that's why I'm not quick to throw spells, but I want to hear you. So I hope everybody felt heard. I hope I addressed it. Please, you can comment. You can, and I will promise I will respond to your comments if they are positive. If they're negative, I will not be responding to that bullshit, and you shouldn't even be on here doing no shit like that. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful night. Please leave me a review on what do you think about it. And I will see y'all next Thursday. Ashe.